Lavencia music is just so catchy. That's why we use it. How are we all doing tonight? How are we tonight? It's raining? Gotta get some cover. Oh, I gotta get, you know, under the bridge. Oh, I'm gonna be cold. In about 1 day's time, we will be doing this, but in a different game. We will be doing this in a different game. How am I getting rained on? It's raining through the bridge? It's raining through the bridge? Oh my god, this game. I can't even get my guys from cover. I can't even get my guys from cover. Alright, so actually the first thing that I want to do today is we've had this drawing, and it's like over a week old, and I'm going to explain why I've taken so long to do it. And it's because we actually had a good number of entrants. We got 8 people who entered, and to enter, you know, you had to send in your, not only your address that I will send the package to if you win, but you'd also have to send in a Pokemon that I was randomly collecting. And we had 8 people enter, and of these 8 people, 4 of them entered perfectly, and 4 of them did not. Man, I hate when my camera does this. So, long story short, I've been wrestling with, I don't know like what to do. I didn't know if I should include the people who did not enter properly, because to include them really takes down the odds of the people who did enter well. You know, like they did everything that was required of them. So I'm thinking maybe I could give the people who did all the requirements a higher percentage of entries. Like, for example, I could give each of them like 3 or 4 entries and only give the people who didn't fully enter 1. Or I could just not include them at all. So we're going to go with one of those 2 options. And I didn't know what to do. So we're actually going to use the site that we would normally use anyway. So I'm just going to open up a new window real quick. And let me go to random.org. Alright, and we're going to flip a coin, heads or tails. We're going to do numbers 1 through 2. And we'll do, okay, yes, allow selected is fine. We're going to do basically a coin flip. And if we get the number 1, it will be only the people who entered in fully, you know, they did everything required. And if that's that, then it'll only be, then we'll do the drawing 1 through 4 people. If it's 2, we will do all 8 people, and I will weigh the people who entered in fully will get more entries than the people who didn't. So it'll be like 20 total, you know, even though it's only 8 people or whatever. So we're gonna figure this whole thing out right now. Oh, what's going on, my friend? How are you? How are you? Thanks for dropping in. We're doing a giveaway drawing from about a week ago. It took me a minute to figure out exactly how I wanted to do it, just because so many people entered in improperly, and I'm like, well, I still want to be fair to people. How am I doing, fam? I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great. I'm really excited for ZA coming out tomorrow. How are you? How are you? Yo, Pokemon father and son. How are you? How are you? We are good. We are good. We're doing a giveaway right now from our last video drawing for, hold on, where is it? Let me get my overhead view going. Is everything good on my desk? Not really, but whatever. Not really, but whatever. Let me just change to overhead. So we are giving away these 3 stamped vintage cards. The Charmander, Heracross, Spheal, there's an Electrike, Aron, and Vibrava. Then we got 6 sleeved booster packs. They are Journey Together, Surging Sparks, Battle Styles, and Fusion Strike. And 1 person will be getting all this. We've already done the entries for this. I'm just figuring out right now so basically we had 8 people enter, but 4 people did not enter fully, and 4 people did. So I'm going to flip a coin and decide if I want to include everyone or not. So this coin flip right here is literally just only to determine how many people are going to be in it. So 1, it'll be only the people who entered properly. 2, everyone gets to be in, and it's for the people who've already entered. I'm doing this for those folks right now. I'm just getting it out of the way so that I can get into the rest of the stream. And we are going to include only the people who were who did it properly, which is honestly what I wanted to do anyway, but I didn't want to be rude about it. So the Pokegods decided Arceus said it's only going to be the people who entered properly. So basically, I've been collecting. Do I have my binder? Hold on 1 second. I think I do. I've been collecting a new Pokemon, you know, just randomly of all things. And you had to tell me which Pokemon it was to be fully entered into the contest. You know, you had to watch the full video, yada yada. But Pokemon Public said, I love those stamp cards. Brother, because these someone gave to me. You know, I told them I do FPG and yada yada. So someone gave these to me years ago, like three years ago at this point, and they said, hey, just give these away to your audience. I forgot to do it, and so I just saw them when I was unpacking because I just moved. And I was like, oh, I still need to give these away. And so I'm looking at them. I'm like, these are really cool. I would like these for myself. So I kind of wanted to like rebuy them. And I don't even know what to search up because you go to the set on TCGPlayer and they don't sell the stamped card. You know, so you go to, I think you have to go to like miscellaneous, maybe even like check out this Heracross. It's got the Team Rocket Returns holo pattern on it, which is like the best holo pattern of all time. I'll turn this on, take this out. The single best holo pattern of all time. With the energies. With the energies on it. Whew. So like to get a full playset of just those, you know, the Team Rocket Returns with those energies on it. Yes, please. That would be really awesome. But yeah, not everyone said the Pokemon that I'm collecting. My new friend, because they've got so many silly cards, and I really want to get the IR from Black Bolt. But it's Gloom. I'm collecting Gloom cards because I just think they're really silly. And they all have like really good artwork, but they're very different, you know, like this one, he's falling, being all weird. This is the original. This is just a really nice E-Series one where he's kind of taking it all in. This almost looks like a Dark Gloom because this is like straight black. Like this is not, or sorry, not, I meant to say Shiny Gloom, not Dark Gloom. This is almost like a Shiny Gloom because it's just a completely different color scheme. This one's beautiful, just like kind of, if this was the IR, this would be a really nice card too. And then this Dark Gloom looks kind of like Erica's Gloom, like the different color, like a shiny. And then I found this one from my Topps collection, and then I saw this one at a TCG shop for $1, and I was like, oh, I gotta get that. I gotta get that. 1 second, sorry, I got a cough. PFAS said certainly is stunning having the energies in the background. Hopefully they bring that back at some point. Right? Like, you would think they would. You would think they would. Gloom has some great artworks. That it does. I have this, I've only shown off this card like in my last stream, but I'm trying to show everyone, but check out my new favorite card. Just randomly of all times, because I don't know when I'm ever going to get to catch people, so it's like, by the way, guys, please, Pokemon, I know we're out of Scarlet and Violet, but can we please get that card in English? Please get that card in English. Please. Rafik said, hello, how you doing? We're doing excellent, Rafik. How are you, my friend? Doing some TCG stuff. At the moment, I'm going to do a drawing for the booster packs and such. We just figured out that we are, in fact, not going to include everyone because only half the people entered in properly. We're going to put this for now. Maybe here. Alright, but yeah, this Victini's been like my favorite card. I'll spend an hour staring at it. Also, I got a stack of new cards. Where's my stack of new cards? That I got from the card shop as well. So we could, you know, we can go over these after. They have this like bin, you know, where it's so these blue cards are only $1. The green sleeves cards are $2. And then there's some in the front that are a little more expensive than these I got in the mail today. Anyway, let's figure out who's gonna take these booster packs and such home. I just need to hop on my phone real quick to grab the names because I didn't once again know if I was going to include everyone or not. But how are you? But you're doing good, Rafik. That's excellent. Good to hear. All right, so I'm gonna go through my names real quick, and to the people who entered, thank you guys so much. I just feel really bad because, for example, Mr. Zard's Mix, who's been around and chilled and stuff with us, they did not enter properly, and I felt really bad because that's just, it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Okay. Let's see. This person here did, oh wait, that was my old giveaway. Eugene is in. Eugene noticed what I'm collecting, and I mean, all you gotta do is watch the video. Melissa Thomas is in. They have watched the full video. Jim is in. They watched the full video. And okay, so we got Eugene, Melissa, Jim, and there is one other person. Sorry, Sai. You did not watch the full video, or you didn't. Justin GG, sorry as well. You did not watch the full video. Let's see, Glenn, Trainer Glenn. I'm sorry, I didn't see, you didn't watch the full thing, or if you did, you didn't catch that part. I'm sorry. It was, I believe their name is Tanis. Tanis, you are the fourth person. So we're gonna do 1 through 4. Tanis, you'll be number 4. Then it will either be, the winner will either be, sorry, Eugene, Melissa, or Jim. So Eugene is number 1. Melissa's number 2, Jim number 3, Tanis number 4. Good luck to our 4 people. I already have your email, and I'll hit you up with your... these cards, especially this Charmander, like this Charmander is in near mint condition, or at least, or at the very worst, lightly played. Like this, I said this is a $100 package. This could very easily be, you know, $150, $200 package with those stamped cards. All right, so 1 through 4. Once again, just for you guys who are in this to know, it'll be Eugene is number 1. Melissa number 2, Jim number 3, Tanis number 4, and if you are not listed, it's because you did not fully enter the drawing, and I'm sorry. I wanted to. I flipped the coin earlier in the stream. In heads, you were going to be in the drawing. Tails, you were not. And it landed tails. You guys were not. I apologize for that, but we'll go 1 through 4. Quickly get this out of the way so we can get in with the rest of our cards and such for the day, and it's going to be... Number 1. That was Eugene. Eugene, you are of New Jersey. Eugene Liang. So if you're listening, Eugene, you are the winner. Mr. Zard's Mix. How are you, my friend? We were just talking about you and 3 other people. We were just doing the drawing, and like, so it took me a while to do this drawing because I had I was at a crossroads. I was at a real crossroads. Yourself and a couple of others didn't fully enter the drawing. You know, the next giveaway I do, just so you guys know, I'm going to think about it tonight, maybe you guys can help me brainstorm, is I'm going to do like a Google document form just to have like all the prerequisites filled in that like tell you like what you need to do so that it's easier to remember. But there was like a secret Pokemon that I was collecting and we had 8 people enter the giveaway, and 4 people did not tell me that Pokemon, and 4 people did, and I was like, should I include them or should I not? Should I weigh the people who gave me the full thing or not? And so I flipped a coin earlier. I did one or 2, and it landed on the only to include people who gave me the full answer option. So I appreciate you dropping in. I appreciate you entering, but I do apologize that we did actually have to exclude you and 3 other people because they did not actually enter in fully. And I just wanted to be fair to everyone, you know. So I really didn't want to do that, honestly. Like, I felt bad about it. That's why I flipped the coin. You know, I left it up to fate. But yeah, fate decided that this time we're gonna run it the exact way that I said it, just to be fair to everybody. And I will do a Google document form, or a Google form, sorry, I've already been working on it, and that should help me with future, where is it? Go to Drive, I believe. And I think it'll just be right there, and I can get all the data that I need for people, and we can, you know, do it that way next time. But thank you for dropping in. Pokemon Fountain said GG to the winner, and the stamp cards are certainly pricey, so that's 1 heck of 8 giveaway. I agree entirely. Hopefully, hopefully you guys have been pulling well recently. I only saw your most recent video. excuse me. So today, honestly, I really would like to TCG player stuff, maybe do some singles, kind of breaking down and this and that. Rafik said, you streaming Legends ZA tomorrow? We are going to try, my friend. We are going to try. Oh, my bad. I think Viltrum asked me that too, and I was too busy yapping and I didn't answer. But yes, we're going to try. My internet has been spotty lately, so I may have to like wait a couple hours, you know, after it releases. But I will try to be on around like, normally I've been getting on, excuse me, my talking. Around the, you know, midnight Pacific time, so I will try to, you know, be online by then at the latest, but I think it comes out by 9 my time, since that will then be the next day officially. Okay, so giveaway is done. I will email the winner after the stream, I got these cards that I have been like preparing. So I want to like start going to, when I start going out to like TCG shops, or we don't really have a card show around here every day or week or whatever, but we do have Frankensons, which is like a card show, and that's like kind of my chance to maybe like meet some new people, be like, hey, check out the channel, this and that. So what I think I'm gonna start doing is some kind of giveaway IRL, you know, like just for when I see people, and I haven't fully figured out how I want to do it yet. I was thinking maybe something like set aside like 10 pages on a binder, and then flip a bunch of cards like, you know, face down like this, and then be like, all right, you get to pick, you know, like pick a page and then pick a card. And then like say on every page I'll have like, every card will be like, say between, you know, 50 cents and a dollar minimum, you know. So like a common like hit from a pack, you know, like an EX, an A-Spec, a full art trainer, that kind of thing. And then on every page I'll have either like a $5 to $10 card or like a $50 card, you know. And it's like, so you get to just, you know, pick a card, and if you win, you get to keep it regardless. So at the very least, you get like quote unquote a hit, but maybe you'll pick something decent, you know, bigger than that. And when I do that, I want to give people my one of these, and I've made a handful of cards, and actually I have like a bunch in my binder too. But I just took one of those like, you know, bricks of energy that you get from like an ETB or whatever. And I just had a whole bunch. I'm like, here, check out my channel, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe, you know, even with the what you call them, with the first person perspective, if they're down, I'm not really comfortable asking people to like be in content with me, especially if they have kids and this and that. And I'd much more rather like do this for some of the younger audience. You know, if you have money, it's like cool, you know. But whenever you see like a parent, it's kind of funny too, because you can tell at the I'm just gonna call it a card show, because Frankensons really is like a card show that just happens to be open every weekend. But you can tell sometimes when there is a kid who is with an experienced TCG parent and they're kind of like being shown the way. And then also there's times when the kid is like, bro, I really want to go here, and the parent knows nothing about cards at all, and the kid is leading the way. And those are the instances where I think these kind of giveaways would be really helpful, because it's like, those are the people who don't have like a good into the hobby yet necessarily. Like they're kind of still figuring things out. And when you're a parent who's just like there for your kids, like I feel like those are like some of the best people, because they don't know what's going on. They figure it'll probably be expensive because everything is in 2025, but they're still out there. They're still learning for their kids. They're still trying to do that. So I feel like those are the people that I'm gonna try to like look for the most. And then just like cool people. I've definitely met a bunch of cool people there that I would love to be like, hey, take a card, you know, and like please follow the channel. But so I've got these set up. I've actually got like a whole, let me see if I can grab this real quick. I've got a binder that I've been like setting aside, you know, spare stuff in, and this will be like the giveaway binder that I'll take with me. But nothing like is really crazy in here yet, because I didn't like set up any of those pages yet, but just any like holo, reverse holo, promo card, you know, Japanese hits. Like this is a beautiful page, even though they're all like $1 cards. These are the kind of things that are just like good to start off a collection. You know, like maybe like some of these Japanese holos would be like, here, take a few of these, you know, like get yourself started out with some cooler stuff. But I think I'll set aside like, you know, maybe some pages like right over here, and we'll do that. Oh, we got the Victinis and Absols, just because I think these are cool looking cards. You know, so just random stuff like that. We had these Koraidon, Miraidon promos from some, what were they? From tins, from Costco tins. Here's all the rest of my signed energy. That sounds like every one of them that was in that little thing. But yeah, I think like through these pages right here, I'll set up that little like game, you know. I'll just put all the cards face down, and let me move my camera so it's not as... Alright, that's fine. I'll put all the cards face down and like try to make a little game out of it. And we could even play too on like on the stream here, you know? So maybe limit it to like people in the United States, so it would only cost me like, you know, 50 cents to ship you the card. But we could call from this page here, you know, go like here, 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 and then it's like, you know, we'll just number the pages, you pick a number, and we'll go from there. I do like to keep my giveaways like worldwide, typically, but man, shipping has been really expensive ever since the pandemic, honestly. Put this up there for now. Alright, but yeah, ZA tomorrow is gonna be amazing. I've been trying to like, I don't know how to word it, I've been trying to like learn a little bit about the game here and there while not getting spoiled. Because I guess I hear people are like, they already have the game or something. Like the file or the data or whatever was already released. And people have been playing it. So I've been trying to like not listen to that, or like I hear like there's like leaked like what all the megas are and this and that, and I'm just, when I played Scarlet and Violet, I tried to play it like as organic as possible. Like going through, it was like day 2 or 3. I still didn't even know what all of the evolutions looked like. Like I still didn't know what like, you know, Quaxly's final evolution looked like on day 3, because that's like, I just didn't go online and look. You know, I was just too busy playing the game myself, and I just hadn't seen it yet. So I'll probably take more of an approach like that. But the thing that I'm super interested in, that I do want to get a bit of a head start, is the combat. I just want like any little tips and tricks I can hear, I would love to know. And I did hear one, if you guys are interested. It's not really a spoiler thing at all, because it's like something that you're going to probably notice right away. But because, you know, we're translating from a game that has IVs, EVs, natures, abilities in a turn-based system to now real time. So it's like, how's all that going to translate? And I guess your speed kind of determines how quickly your moves come back, which sounds kind of cool. Sounds kind of cool. So we'll just see. Like, I'm very excited for that element, though. I've been asking for real-time combat in a Pokemon game for like 20 years, since like honestly Gen 3. When Gen 3 came out and it was still turn-based, I was like, this is boring. I was like, this is silly. When Gen 3 came out and it was still like the exact same thing as Gen 1 and 2, as a kid, that's when I stopped. I was like, I'm good. I've played this game already, you know? I bought Sapphire. I bought a Game Boy Advance just to play Sapphire, and then I sold the Game Boy Advance and I kept Sapphire. Like, because it's like, it was only like $40, so it's like, what am I going to do? Sell it for $10 at the time? I'm like, I'll just keep it. Who cares? And I still have it, you know? But I did not like it at the time. It's funny, like I still have my Blaziken from like whenever that game came out, because I bought it like probably a month after it came out, because I was like a little like, I'm like, am I gonna buy it or not? I'm like, sure, I'll get it. And yeah, we did. So whenever Sapphire came out, about a month after, that's how old my Blaziken is. And I think there's 3 or 4 other Pokemon that I caught back then before I stopped playing it. So, what do we want to do? Here's what I would like to do. Let's just hop back into here. And, okay, so we got our chat right there, but it's kind of like visible though. Kind of visible. So let's move this here. Let's put this in the background, because I only want the music really. And then let's put this guy up here. Let's hop into little TCG player. I just want to take a look at what's going on with, say, some of the more recent cards to drop, like the Mega Evolution cards, and then some stuff in Japanese, especially because Phantasmal Flames is coming out very soon. So that'll be really cool to see, you know, how the Japanese side is doing and what we're going to get in relation to that. You know, everyone is talking about this Charizard. Like, okay, so this is actually an interesting talking point. This is really weird, and this is something that I just differ from a lot of people, I guess, but like, this Charizard to me is like fine. It's cool. It's aight. I'm saying that it's aight. I think it's aight. This one, to me, I think this one is amazing. I love this one. I love the colors on this one. I don't need Charmander and Charmeleon on my Charizard card. I'll just put it that way. Like, it doesn't do nothing for me. So, but the pink and the green in combination with like this Charizard, what is this, X? Looks like shiny Charizard already, with the blue flames and the black and the blue. Like, it looks sick. So you have like all this color going on. Like, this ain't it for me. This ain't it for me. Like, it's fine. It's fine, you know. But for me, like 1/10 the price, I'll take this card. I'll take this card all day, every day. And I'm actually really glad that, you know, how it kind of ended up being. Then there's like, I'm more into the promo Charizard card. Let's see, Charizard UPC promos. I'm more into this one, the anime looking one. This to me is sick. I like that. It's, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like the manga cards from like basketball. So like, check out like, I don't know, let's check out a cooler player than LeBron. Is there a Jason Tatum? Wait, I guess it wouldn't be a manga card. What are their cards? Is it a manga card? Yeah, it is manga. But like, that's cool style. And they'll do that for all the basketball players. But it's like, that's like what this reminds me of. It's like a little more anime, whereas this is like trying to be realistic and cool, which it kind of reminds me of the Charizard VMAX from the last Charizard UPC, which was just trying to look cool. And I like the ones that are just colorful and nice artwork and this and that. So I'm a little bit, one second, sorry. I'm a little bit more on this one, the promo one, and then of course Goldie. Of course Goldilocks over here. I am a little oddly obsessed with these gold cards in just that, like, okay, so we haven't had, oh snap, my whole thing moves. We haven't had, because freaking AI camera, rainbow cards went away between the Sword and Shield block and Scarlet Violet block. We've had variations of gold cards though, and the gold cards have all been fine. You know, they had like the ones with the bluish outline, then they had the ones with kind of like just the more rainbow Terra effect. But these ones with like the rainbow sheen, like, so they're gold and rainbow. Honestly, like, I think that's brilliant. I think that's very smart. I love how they look personally. I guess clearly a lot of my artistic opinions differ from the community, because I know most people do not like these gold cards. They think they look tacky and ugly and awful. And like, I guess I can kind of see it, but I love how the energy is like still the energy. I just think that looks cool. I think the rainbow looks cool, and I just think that these are some of those cards that, like, they look, depending on the picture and on the scan, you know, like, depends on how this card looks. So like, for example, take TCGPlayer. Looking at this Charizard right now, it's like, okay, that's fine. But then go on to their Mega Symphonia, their Gardevoir, their gold Gardevoir scan. Look at this scan, bro. Like, this is so much more bright and lit up. This is beautiful, especially when you compare it to, where was it? This one here. Like, this is a very dull picture. So you do have to see these cards in person, I would say. But they, in combination, so you got the rainbow, you got the gold, and then the fact that they're just impossible to pull is kind of leading me to believe that, you know, I've already made 2 videos about this, so I'm probably not going to make a 3rd one, but it's just leading me to believe that they're probably not going to drop too much in price compared to some of the other ones. They're probably not going to end up anywhere near what I thought. You know, when they first came out, the Gardevoir was like going for like $450 or so, and then the Lucario was like $500, and they immediately shot up because people saw the, and I made that first video speculating that well before we saw the pull rates. But when people saw that, they just started getting scooped up, you know, started getting scooped up, and now they are very, you know, like near mint. It's like the floor for a near mint Gardevoir, we're looking at $600 or so, you know, yeah, about 600. And then the Lucario is in like the 700 range, 650 we're looking at. No, that 650 is lightly played. $800! $800 for the Lucario. That's wild. All you can get is lightly played for under 700. And even that's still over $100 more than on release weekend. And that's for lightly played. And those were near mint. So now if you want a near mint, you're paying like $300 more than opening weekend. And, you know, once we saw these gold cards, the pull rates, sorry, like this thing is like bothering me, like seeing the corner of this out of my eye. Once we saw the pull rates for these, it like made sense, you know, it did. So I get that they're like not the most beautiful cards in the world, and like they're definitely not even as good looking as just the SIRs, you know, like the Mega Gardevoir SIR and the Mega Lucario SIR are both far better looking cards than the golds, like absolutely. But I think these are some of the best gold cards that we've had, is I guess like what I'm trying to emphasize here. So like, are they the best cards? No. And these ones I do think are going to probably once again follow that trend of like going a little bit more like down over time. Like the Marshadow ended up going down. The Mega Absol EX did just end up doing pretty well in a tournament, and it's like a kind of like a sleeper deck that's like running around right now. Not really sleeper anymore, but it was sleeper before the tournament. Like very few people had heard about that. Like, and it kind of only really came out maybe like about a week before the last tournament of Milwaukee Regionals. But this Mega Absol EX is actually a rather playable card. So it turns out like the Absol EX and the Mega Kangaskhan like are decently playable, you know. So some of these prices do still make sense. You know, the Lily's Determination, like, this is the most playable card, and it's actually gone down a little bit. You know, it was like 180, you know, when it first came out, and it's still holding that price, and a lot of these cards do drop off. So, yeah, a lot of these full arts are just so beautiful. Like, that Charizard one is just another one, but yeah. I think these full arts are like the hidden gem of the Mega Evolution block so far. Like, you get this, you get a page full of these, it's gonna look really nice. Like, just, you know, the Gardevoir, the Venusaur, Lucario, Absol, get the Charizard that's gonna come out. Then this, yeah, the Kangaskhan. The two-tone colors I just think look so really beautiful in here. Especially, look at this Mega Manectric, bro. The pink and the purple with the blue and the yellow on them, just fantastic. Fantastic. I kind of like, I don't know how to word it. I need to like open up some packs just for the sake of like opening packs. If I don't open up some packs soon, I may never open up a pack again. Because like, I just really do not like to open packs up. Like, I typically like don't hit anything very good. And I don't love organizing all the bulk and like sorting through it and this and that. But I feel like if I don't start just like opening some stuff up, I'm going to keep everything sealed forever. Like, I really don't want to, you know. Here we'll switch back to the top-down view. Here I have some cards. I think we'll go over these cards first. That'd actually be a good segue. We'll go over these cards first, and then maybe we could, like, I had this box of Terrestrial Festival that I wanted to open. Thought that'd be cool. And then I have this box of Mega Evolution that I could open. I also have two ETBs of Mega Evo as well. One Lucario, one Gardevoir. But yeah, so like, and I like opening Japanese way more than English because I feel like you actually get, like, especially a box like this, you're going to get so many good cards. Like, I'm going to put so many cards in my binder. There's 10 packs in here, 10 cards each. That's 100 cards. Of these 100 cards, I'm going to put like 30 to 40 of them in my save binder. Like, that's a great ratio. You end up with just so much bulk in English that you do nothing with. So yeah, if we were to open anything, I think this would be the box to open up. We'd open up Terrestrial Festival. Like, English is just, it hurts my soul, dude. It hurts my soul. I just buy singles. Speaking of which, I will, you know how people always do the one way. Here, I'm gonna hold my hand like a poker hand. You know how people always do one way to the other? I'm doing a new thing, Tim. This is a new thing. This is actually a great time to transition. I've opened up 0 Mega Evolution, folks. 0, not one pack. I got some singles so far. This one just came in the mail too. And it's a good transition single because it was just a card that is similar to a card that we were just talking about. Some of these cards are really nice. Let's talk about this one. Little card. It's actually the most expensive one we talk about for pretty obvious reasons once you see it. But let's talk about that gold Gardevoir. Just came in the mail today. So we're here. We're getting some cards. We're looking at some stuff, even if it goes down at some point and then goes back up. I just wanted to have it the whole time. I'm like, I will take a slight hit if it does eventually drop down, and we will just use that as the appreciation. We'll use that as the, I got to look at this card every day for 2 months longer than I would have if I tried to save for like the best possible deal, maybe, you know? And the Lucario is on its way. I'll even spoiler alert that. The Lucario is on its way. But this one came in today, and it's actually like, so if a card's not going to get a 10, it's got the perfect off-centering for someone like me. I don't care at all about grading, honestly. But I do care about a good condition card. So I don't want scratches, I don't want defects. And the one thing that you're not going to, the one thing that's going to not get this card a 10 is the centering is off. But for me, it's top to bottom centering that's off. So here, I'll see, like the bottom is like chunkier than the top, if you can see that. Pretty obvious once I hold it like that. I don't care about that as much. Left to right genuinely bothers me. And it can genuinely ruin what I'm looking at. But for me, left to right on this card is pretty damn good. It's really just the top to bottom. So I can get over that. It's never been like, centering's like never been my thing. But if I was to care about it, it's always going to be left to right. I feel like too chunky on the left or right just looks so weird. But this, like, it doesn't take away from the part that you're looking at, I would say, which is the main center of the card. Well, sheesh, the golds have been taken to a whole new level with Mega 100%. 100%. Yeah, I think I need to kick out one of my old cards from the screw cases and toss this in there real quick. Or just buy more screw cases. But so I did want to grab some gold. You know, the price of gold has gone up. It's almost $4,000 an ounce. And I don't have $4,000 for an ounce of gold. So I figured let's get a gold card instead. And so we have my guard. In fact, that package that I got was actually really cool. But I'm going to... Let's see, what were the other two cards I got from in here? Okay, this actually kind of, it doesn't like, this is not a mega at all. It's not a Gardevoir card, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite from Gen 9, and it was my favorite Paradox of all. And it actually has several of my, that I really love. But this was from, I think, Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift. The SIR Iron Valiant. Always thought this was a really nice card. When it first came out, it was actually rather playable, and it was like 60 bucks. And I was like, damn, bro, that's a really nice card. Luckily, it's really cheap right now, and it's like 25 or so. So, great time to pick up the Tachyon Bits Iron Valiant from Paradox Rift. I always thought that was a cool attack name and a really cool ability. But Tachyon Bits, just weird name. And whenever you do move it from the bench to the active spot, you can put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, which is a very nice effect. So we'll put the dropping Valiant. We'll put Valiant next to Guardy. And then let's get this package out of the way. This was from I'll shout them out later. This was from someone on TCGPlayer that I ordered this stuff from. But they also had this GX card. You know, I don't have a lot of GX cards, but this is very fitting for, we got ZA coming out tomorrow, and it's gonna be a while before we can get this shiny, but shiny Zygarde GX with like one of the worst GX attacks I've ever seen, where all it does is prevent damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from all GX Pokemon and EX only during your opponent's next turn. Only during that one next turn does it prevent the damage, and this is an effect that can be canceled if it goes to the bench. So if all you gotta do is use Boss's Orders or Counter Catcher, which was a card back in the Sun and Moon era, and you can get that, you know, taken care of. I love the GX logo. Look at how that like just shimmers with the rainbow pattern on that, just the logo itself. Beautiful card. I forget what this is from. Was this I forget what their shiny set was. It wasn't Hidden Fates, was it? Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not very good with the Sun and Moon cards. Like, my knowledge, you know, in my grand attempt to becoming a Pokemon master really does kind of like have a big gap in it. It's like I got Gen 1, I got Gen 2. Gen 3 I'm pretty familiar with at this point. And then it's like really just Gen 8 and 9. This is Gen 8 and 9. Pretty sure it is Hidden Fates. Okay, cool. Since this is like the face card here, we'll do this one next. Although this is one of my $2 cards, big expensive card here, guys, $2, because these blue ones are only $1. This is an expensive card, but this card shop. So we got these all from Finch and Sparrow. Shout out to them. This is the second time that we've done kind of like a card, you know, like TCG/singles, like from their shop, and they had some cool. They have a really nice mix of vintage, modern, Japanese. So that's why I like to sort through their singles bins. So Sabrina's Abra can never go wrong with the original gym Pokemon. But yeah, let's look at some of the dollar cards to start. Ooh. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? I guess I'll just flip it from the top. Okay, we'll flip from the top. We have I believe, don't get mad at me if I'm wrong, but I'm 90% sure this is a Chinese Chansey. And so that's basically the reason why I picked it up. Is because to order a Chinese card from eBay, last time I did it took me several weeks. Japanese usually is quicker because I feel like maybe they've just been shipping to the rest of the world for longer. I'm not sure, like especially from the TCG perspective, because China's like still relatively new into the Pokemon game, you know? Whereas like in Japan, like there must be hundreds of thousands of individual card sellers, and they've been doing it for decades. Pokemon Following says a Chinese gem pack. Cheers to that. Thank you so much. Chinese gem pack. So I've never opened up the gem packs or whatever. I wasn't really chasing any of those cards that you could get out of it, but I did see that and I thought it was cool. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Ogrepon, Wellspring EX is a very playable card. I just thought it was cool. Any card that I saw that's playable as well, I just pick up. So Wellspring, actually a handful of playables here. First edition. I'm not gonna lie. This is great. This is great because this was a topic that I was gonna talk about, but completely forgot about it. Bar Tech D said I bought a bunch of GP2 cards. GP2. Got them yesterday. I'm not sure what GP2 is. Oh, Gem Pack. Okay. Well, hopefully you got some good hits if you got the pack. So, I'm not gonna lie, I was searching this. I thought this was in English. But this is a Super Trank. And the main thing that I saw the first edition stamp. I just threw it in here because it's $1. But this is worth the $1 because, okay. So if you guys have been in Pokemon for a while, you've probably heard some different, I'm going to pull this up real quick. You've probably heard of some different Pokemon names, you know? And one very common Pokemon, very popular, would of course be Charizard. And this is a German card, and it just reminded me. So if you guys have ever seen in German, Charizard goes by the name of Glurak. G-L-U-R-A-K. Glurak. And I've always seen that and it's like, okay, cool. That's like, you know, whatever. Is what it is. Someone posted this on Reddit the other day. I don't know why this makes me laugh so much. Like, I'm such a child. Like, this is like 10-year-old me. Because it's just pure silliness. But apparently, German Dark Charizard goes by the name of Dunkless Glurak. And not only is it Dunkless Glurak, which is just a hilarious name to me, for one single colorless energy, you can execute the Nagelschnip attack for 10 damage. And if that isn't enough, for 2 fire energy, you have Dialfurball for only 2 fire energy. But I really think Nagelschnip is a value. Only 1 colorless, you know, and I'm not, even in my eBay cart right now, like I have like a PSA 10 Dunkless Glurak. I'm like, oh my god, I can't do it for the memes. I can't spend $700 just for a joke. It'd probably be $800 with tax. But Dunkless Glurak with the Nagelschnip attack is one of my favorite new cards, despite it being 20 plus years old, because I did not know. And so like now I'm on a mission to like find other funny named cards that just happen to be, you know, of other variants. But I'm really glad that I was able to acquire a Super Trank, all one word by the way, that's hilarious, all one word, and it reminded me of the Dunkless Glurak. Alright, let's get back to business. Serious business, everyone, serious business. Alright, what do we got next? Actually, oh, you know what, I have more cards in this one before I get to those. It's at the end. Okay, cool. Double cool. Triple cool. Quadruple cool. Alright, it's set up exactly how I want it right now. Perfect. Alright, we'll kind of fly through some of these dollar cards. Ooh, Tapu Koko VMAX. So like I seen it, it's $1, you know? Like any of these cards with a blue back are going to be $1. For $1, what a giveaway card. I'm thinking about these cards when I talk about that kind of giveaway binder idea where it's like I'll have like multiple different, you know, variations of, you know, denominations. You know, great card. What more can you ask for? Duraludon VMAX, same thing, you know. I would go for Pokemon that are like relatively, you know, popular. Mega Absol EX for only $1. I don't know if they knew that this just did so good in the tournament, because sometimes cards like that you may want to hold on to for like a little bit because they might go up like by $2 or $3, or maybe they just don't care. Yeah, maybe they just don't care. Sandy Legs, full art Sandy Legs. Absolutely love this dude. Absolutely love this dude. One of my favorite past Paradox Pokemon. Sandy Legs. Oh, upside down, but it's a water energy. I do not know what this is from, but it's like the old school, kind of like basic pattern. Maybe... I forget the symbol. I've seen this symbol and I completely forget the symbol. Seen this symbol, forget that symbol. Sorry. Shiny Corvisquire. Just another cool card. You know, like random as all heck, but if someone like pulled it in one of those, you know, giveaway situations, like they'd be happy to get a Shiny Corvisquire. Drayton. This dude's a jerk. This dude's like a top tier jerk. I feel like he would be an extra mean to Kieran. Low-key in the DLC. Kyurem V, cool Pokemon, legendary, like can't go wrong. Magnemite Shadowless? It's hard to tell sometimes because it's got like this on the side, but I'm 90% sure Shadowless. Shadowless Magnemite for $1. for $1. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. Love base set. Airy. I'm going to collect any Gen 9 trainer / team star, whatever. Like, I played the game. Love it. Amaris. So, same difference. Rillaboom VMAX. Terapagos EX. I actually believe, hold on real quick. Believe there's 2 more of these, because this is actually a relatively playable card as well in a deck called Terra Box. You can play Terapagos as your Terra Pokemon to activate things like Glass Trumpet and Briar. Then we've got a Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. Just Ethan's Pokemon are some of my favorite Gen 2 representation. Like, I'm always going to love that. Plus Ho-Oh also with the Gen 2. Another, right? Hold on a second. Yes. Another, right? Hold on a second. No. This looks Korean. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is Chinese. No, maybe it's Chinese. No, it's Chinese, right? Yeah, this has got to be Chinese. Dude, sometimes they throw in a symbol. Like, I've never seen a freaking cross symbol in Chinese before. That's all I'm going to say. That's the only reason why this one really threw me off at first, because Korean will throw random crazy stuff at you like that. Whereas, like, most of the time, I feel like Chinese symbols look like something intricate, and they look like it, I don't want to say they all look like that they follow like the same archetype, but a random cross, never seen that before, I'll tell you that much. It's another Chinese gem pack card, got it. And then the one to the left of the cross too, like, that's a really weird character. Like, everything around it and the attacks, totally, kinda, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Trying to decipher these, I don't know the proper way to word it, because, like, you know, a Latin language uses the characters that English uses, you know, so I don't know what to even call a type of language like this. It's more of like, these might as well be hieroglyphics to me. Like, that's just the way that I look at it. It's like, this, each of these little things, like, is like a symbol, and it probably means something, and I don't think it's exactly like, you know, one symbol is an A or a word or a this or that, but it's definitely a completely random and different way of looking at a language. And when you have so many of them to decipher in Pokemon, you know, Japanese, of course, the big one, and I would say Korean is like the second biggest one, and then now Chinese is becoming huge, and then you never know if you're just going to come across an Indonesian, which, you know, and then, of course, the only language I could find Victinian was Thai, so this is my first Thai card, so there's just so much out there. But, like, when you look at this card, it's so very clearly not Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. Like, I don't know how else to word that. Because if you've ever seen Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, it doesn't look anything like this. Like, this is like almost like a combination of like Latin and like some kind of like Arabic type text, honestly. It's just so unique. Anyway, where were we? Put that back there. Squawk, another playable card with the Squawk and Seize ability. Time. I like all the, once again, all the trainers. Another Maris, okay. I guess they were separated. Another Terapagos. Another good, you know, just giveaway Pokemon. PFAS said, I love all the different languages. Have some Indonesian Cosmic Eclipse cards. Ooh, nice. Indonesian. Isn't Indonesian the one that has the names in English too? Which I always got super confused by, because you see the card at first, you think it's English, and then you look down and it's like, that's not English. So it's like English name, English back, because they don't have a Japanese back. I think only Japan has a different back, as far as I'm aware. And only Indonesian does Latin-based / English names, and then their own native tongue for the everything else. So, like, some really unique things. And then, like, you know, once again, take, for example, Dunkless Glurak, where it's in Latin, but it gets to be its own thing. Whereas, you know, just for example, it's like, okay, aren't they all? No. Because Spanish Dark Charizard still says Dark Charizard. Oh, sorry, that's not Spanish. Okay. That's weird. Because, like, I'm pretty sure Spanish, like, Charizard, like, VMAX still says Charizard VMAX. Dracafuo Obscure. They might have changed that at one point, because I don't think the Spanish Pokemon get like unique names anymore. Yeah, so Kuchiadra Gara would be Charizard VMAX's attack. So at some point along the way, they... Okay, I didn't know that they ever had their own unique names in Spanish. That's kind of cool. I'm curious when they made that transition. Anyway, back to the packs. We have a Japanese, speak of the, aforementioned foreign devil, a Japanese Varoom, I would say it is. I keep forgetting Revaroom and Varoom. But usually they add more syllables to the bigger Pokemon. Cerulege, excuse me, just did really well at the Milwaukee Regionals. So that's why I picked up this card. Thought if any card that's playable, I would like to have a copy of. Rhyperior V, just any V Pokemon, any GX that's just like a $1 card, I'm going to pick up because A, it's a good giveaway card, and B, like in 3-4 years, this card's going to be $2, $3, and it's like, oh man, I should have bought it when it was 50 cents a dollar, So a card like that, I like. I think we have another Kyurem. I thought I had two of them. A Salvatore. I actually honestly forget where he's from, but he looked suave, so I was like, I'm gonna get him. A Shadowless Rattata, and then these green cards are each $2 a piece. $2. So now we're really, spending some money here, but they're all upside down. All right, $2 now. A Team Rockets Voltorb First Edition, random as all heck, but vintage First Edition, good condition. Heck yeah, can't say no to that. Briar, the aforementioned, she's really cool. She allows you to take an extra prize card if you only have 2 prize cards remaining. So basically, like, you can win the game by killing a single prizer if you play her. But the caveat is you need a Terra Pokemon in play, like the aforementioned Terapagos. We've got a, Shadowless Ponyta. This place does have a fair bit. Last time I did end up with like 4 or 5 Shadowless cards as well. So that's a cool thing. Like, old school bulk is something that I've been like really into lately because I just don't have a lot of it. And the stuff that I do have, like, for example, the Gen 1 base set Jungle Fossil cards that I do have are all mine from when I was a kid. And like, I don't want to give those away. Like, I just feel very sentimental towards those. I've kept them for so long that, like, I should give them away and help support the new generation coming in. But, man, I get really, like, it's way easier for me to buy some new old cards and give those away than the ones that I've personally held on to for 2+ decades. So, logic and such, yeah. First edition Rhyhorn. Coughing Shadowless. Are these all vintage? Shadowless Voltorb. Another Ponyta. Can't have too many Ponytas. And this card I've never seen before. It looks like a Neo something or other. I don't know all the Neo sets. Neo something or other Staryu, but just from like a cool angle, like very unique. They were so willing to take risks back in the day with like how artistic they would be willing to get with a card. Whereas like right now, the cards that they do that are artistic are like, I don't know how to word it other than they make them so good, how could they fail? Whereas like, this is a risk. It's like laying down, but it fills up the whole screen and it looks kind of weird, but it's unique and you're never going to see another Starmie like it. And it's got that glow to it, which like, you see the red in the middle a lot, but you don't normally see it glowing like that. So dope, very dope. Did I say Starmie? I meant to say Starmie. And first edition too. All right, so then these ones were from their binder. Here, I'm gonna organize these. These ones were from their binder, but a more expensive. So I'm not gonna actually go from like most expensive to least expensive, but I am gonna do is like kind of order them in like a hype way. Okay, so this card I mentioned a while back that just like I don't know if I've ever owned this card. Weirdly enough, ever, but I've seen it a million times, I've scrolled past it a million times, but just somehow it's never ended up in my collection. So when I seen a Shadowless version the other day, I was like, let's go with a Shadowless Ivysaur. Like, unlimited Shadowless doesn't matter. Base set 2 even, I don't even, no, base set 2 I'm sure I did. But like, I don't know if I ever ended up with a base set Ivysaur. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't. There's 2 cards that I was like, I don't think I ever had one of these. One was Ivysaur, And the other was Dragonair. Like, I don't know if I ever actually had a base set Dragonair. It was basically like the only non-holo that like garnered the respect of a holo because the artwork on it was just so beautiful. So we got for 11 bucks a Shadowless Ivysaur. And then also too, when I'm in a shop like this and I see cards of this nature, I'm more inclined to buy them than when I just come across them online because, like, an older card, I really want to see the condition. Like, is near mint to you what I think near mint is or lightly played? Whereas, like, I don't need them to tell me what they think this card is. I get to look at it and I get to see exactly where it's scratched, where it's creased, where it's this, where it's that. And this card I thought was in really nice condition. And we got ourselves a nice Ivysaur to throw in our personal collection. All right, second card. Love this Pokemon. I had a miniature Pinscher growing up, and this is a nice Neo Houndour. Neo Houndour. Oh, it's got I didn't even really notice that at first. Put up in the camera. It's got a nice swirl right by its neck. A nice swirl on the right hand side by the grass. So beautiful, beautiful Houndour. Absolutely love this Pokemon. Absolutely. I think I like Houndour more than Houndoom because I had a miniature Pinscher. So mine was tiny. Mine was little, like, 10 pounds. And I never had a big Doberman, which is basically what Houndoom is. PFAS and Stunning picked that up recently myself. Hey, nice. That's what's up. Yeah, like random, right? How like sometimes you'll see a card that like you haven't seen forever, and then you see it like all over the place. But yeah, the Neo something or other Houndour. All right, we got 3 cards left from this TCG pickup. 3 cards left. All right, this card here. We've talked about these cards a few times. I actually have it in my cart on eBay, like the whole thing, the whole pack, which I may go pick up one of these days. But when I was a kid, my very first glimpse into the future was these old Pokemon cards from Japan. And I was like, what is that? I was like, what is that? We've had the one with the original 151 for so long, and like they were all laid out. Like you could tell like evolution. Like I didn't know about starters and this and that, but like I was like, is that like a new Charizard or something? Is that the new? And and it's been my favorite fire starter since. It's been my favorite fire starter since. But we grabbed the Typhlosion that would be in the Neo file binder, whatever they call it exactly, that has like the 3 evolution lines. And so this was always like my favorite card from that. Like something, I don't know why. I don't know why. It looks like he's living inside a volcano or something, but like I just would spend... It's not that I spent so much time staring at this card. It's that I looked at it for only a moment and it was burned in my brain forever. Like just completely... I could never forget it. I could never forget it. And I always thought that this was just such a cool... random card / product. I want to bring up what I'm talking about. Neo File 1. Neo File 1. So I remember I was at a TCG shop, or just a collectible shop at our local mall, and they have the cards like all laid out. It wasn't laid out like this. It's actually laid out like this. And it actually wasn't even laid out like this. It was laid out the other way. They laid it out from right to left. So in the middle, because in Japan you read things from right to left, not left to right. So the evolutions, right? Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong, because this is an originally packaged one. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did package it like this. I guess I am wrong. But I could have sworn the evolutions went the other way. I really could have sworn the evolutions went the other way. Maybe they did, maybe I'm tripping. But for whatever reason, doesn't matter. This card here in particular just always stuck out to me, burned into my brain, and I finally own it. And I'm very happy about that because it's just... it was the first representation of my favorite fire starter. I'd never seen him before. As soon as Gold and Silver came out, I picked Cynical and never looked back. All right. Let's go with this one here because, yeah, love that. Because there's 2 reasons for the last one. This is a Pokemon that I have like next to no experience with, but every time I see it, I just think it's really cool. And E-Series cards are just it for me. They're it for me. And this is not a true E-Series card, I don't think, because it's holographic. I don't think the E-Series reads the holographic ones, but this Shedinja I just thought was super cool when I was just looking through their binder. I was like, I've never seen this card before, and I want it. Never seen it, and I would like it. So we grabbed this Shedinja. I believe... I'm not gonna say. I don't think this was Expedition or Aquapus. I think it was after Skyridge, but I could be wrong. Because I think that those ones had like the thicker border on the left-hand side too. That's why I say that. Okay, final one. I'm actually going to take this one out of the sleeve to really emphasize what's going on here. And we actually gave one of these cards away earlier. Not the exact card, but we gave this hollow pattern away earlier. And like I said earlier, when I see these cards, I love them and I got to pick them up. So we have Magnemite, Team Rocket Returns with the stamp. And it's got the hollow pattern of all the energies on it. And this is just a cool Magnemite card. And so not only did I pick it up because of the hollow pattern, but Magnemite, Magneton are also one of those Pokemon that I just like to collect. I just like them. I think they always have like really good cards. So like I'm going to hold this for a little bit and then we'll go on TCGPlayer. I just feel like you get a lot of really good artwork for these more basic, less popular Pokemon. So beautiful Magnemite. Beautiful Magnemite. And yeah, some great pickups over the last week or so. Really nice pickups. Let me jump onto TCG. And I'm just going to type in Magnemite. 56 results. Sure, we'll go high to low. Doesn't matter to me. And we'll just like search or just like look at the artworks for different Magnemite. Where was I? 1, 2. Alright. Just separate that so I don't get it all. Like, look at how happy this one is, bro. McDonald's promo 2018 for $1. You can have Happy Magnemite. This is great. Love this. Absolutely love this. McDonald's hollow pattern is actually really nice as well. This is trippy. This is super trippy. This... Okay, bro. Is it like taken out of the exact same episode? What I was gonna say was this looks like that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode where Homer goes into 3D. Like, is this not like the exact same thing, especially with the hole in the middle where he like falls in? Spoiler alert. But this episode, it looks like this because like this exact same thing happens in the episode. Like a big hole forms in the middle, and so that's cool. So we'll call this Treehouse of Horror Magnemite, which is just incredible. Just beautiful, man. Something about the electric ones too. Electric E-Series cards, just perfect. Perfect. All yellow. Thank you. What are these metal pieces here? I'm trying to figure that out. I thought there were other Magnemite at first, but they're not. Ooh, this is interesting. Lieutenant Surge Magnemite. What do we got going on here? He's looking back in the smoke, kind of like, am I doing good, boss? What do you want? What do you want next from me? The original. This is cool. From Cosmic Eclipse. I've never seen this card before. This is really nice, actually. Trainer Gallery, LT Surge, Happy Magnemite, just fixed him up. Beautiful card, bro. Beautiful card. Now this one's a little more expensive. We got like 10, 12 bucks. Near mint, or 12 bucks. Like, gorgeous card. Never knew that existed. Let's see. Shiny Magnemite, that's cool. Huh. Simple Magnemite. I like this. I like this a lot. Very simple. Very nice. It's the kind of thing that I could come close to drawing, maybe. You know, not the screws. The screws would probably throw me, but like everything else I feel like I could probably do. This is nice. You don't see a lot of electricity around Magnemite, despite it being an electric Pokemon. You know, like, give it some flair, give it some flash. Love it, love it. This one I saw at first was kind of trippy from Aquapolis. Very trippy. Like, just different, weird, you know? Different and weird. Love that. Love that for you, Magnemite. Magneton. While we're here. Because Magneton would be another Pokemon that I would search. Also does get some beautiful artwork. So, like Gloom, I think Magneton is another one that I really like. What is this? What is he doing here? Is there some, I don't know what that is. This supposed to be like iron in the air or something? Like, what is the purple supposed to be? Very cool card. Very trippy. Does this come in like a reverse holo or anything like that? Because this could be really nice if you gave it a little bit of sparkle. Condition reverse holo. Yeah, there's a reverse holo of this card. Heavily played reverse holo. Now give me mint. Near mint. reverse holo for $2.20. There's only... This is crazy. Look at this. There's 2 of them available, near mint reverse holo. One of them for $2.20, one of them for $30. Let's buy the one for $2.20 and then go into their shop and see what else they have. I'm like, this seems like a good opportunity to just like pick up this one random card that I may never get a chance to get again for like a good price, you know? Anything else here? I mean, we have to get the number to above $5 to get free shipping, so here, let's go from low to high. Because it seems like their stuff is actually, no, we won't. Their stuff is like a little, I don't want to say overpriced, but it's still a little above market on a lot of stuff, you know, and it's like, I do want that card, but I'd honestly rather just pay shipping than like overpay on something else. Here, maybe check out the condition of this card. Near mint? Why is the, what you call it? Why are the other ones for so much more? Oh, okay. Let me see. LP for... Okay. And he has just near mint unlimited? Because like 1 or 2 of these could be cool, and I could round out the... Oh, okay. So like, yeah, I'll pay for like 80 cents on one card just to get the free shipping, you know? And then also because we're getting a really good deal on the other card itself. And then like, bro, that's good for me. That's good for me. That's $5 free shipping, the 2 cards. And plus, like, I don't want to look through their entire shop, and it looked like kind of annoying, honestly, with like how much of their stuff was like, priced above market. So we're just gonna like buy this Magnemite real quick, along with that Blaine's Growlithe. Do you want to ship it to me here? Yep, ship it to me here. Review order. Add some tax on for me. And we are... Alright, and it's on its way. Real quick, let me just click there. And yeah, so we have a near mint reverse holo copy of this card on its way because we just happened to find it, you know? And if you don't search for these cards randomly, like, you're never gonna know what's out there. Alright, so let me just clear that off the screen. Clear that off the screen. I just don't want my address on the screen. Kind of logical, I think. Alright, flip this back. So, what other Magnemites are out there? Like, I wasn't planning on doing that, but it just happened to be a perfect moment because I just seen the 2, and it's like, 1 for $2 or $3? Like, yes, I'll pay that. And then 1 for $30, like, I would never pay that. So let's get the 1 for $3 today. Look at this Magnemite. Look at this. Happy Magnemite in a field of flowers. Just incredible. Incredible. There are a lot of cool variants. This one looks like it's like that electric plant in Gen 1. Very cool. Some trainers in this one, or people at least. Nice. XY Breakthrough. Oh, that must be with the break cards, I would assume. Whoa. Obsidian Flames, huh? I didn't really open any Obsidian Flames. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. For a nickel. You can get this card for a nickel. Love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Let's see. We've been going for about an hour and 10 minutes. So I did the giveaway. So glad I did the giveaway. We talked about Mega Evolution. We did a little bit of Mail Day. We did a little bit of TCG Shop, review. If anyone does want the shiny variants of Miraidon and Koraidon, you can just let me know. We do have boxes and boxes full of them for a giveaway. Not everyone was able to get to a GameStop, and just the way that they did this whole event was like insane. So if you would like ones that were generated from our bots, they are perfectly legal to use online. Just don't bring them to like a big major tournament. You know, like, you can even bring it to like a local tournament. Like, no one's going to notice there. But just don't bring it to a big major one where they check your Switch with their computers and everything, because then they can tell at that point. But if you just want to have the Pokemon, then we do have Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon for free to give away to anyone who wants to link up. So just let me know in the chat, anyone there. We will give you both, by the way. We'll give you one of each when we do connect. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I have got for today. I kind of have had this in my system. Like I wanted to get it all out. So we got the giveaway done. We went through this, talked about our beautiful Victini, which we're gonna. I have this card here just on hand just to talk about it at any point in time. I guess I could open up some packs. I have that Terrestrial Festival nearby, which is like probably what I would go for. Here's a problem with Terrestrial Festival. Let's hop on TCGPlayer real quick. If I recall, there's like 5 cards. Like 5 cards that basically make it worth it. You know, 2 cards you'll profit / you would have made more than if you just bought the singles. And then I want to say, I guess it's a little more. So I consider all the cards that you get in the box like still relatively valuable. You know, like all the EXs you're going to get, the A-Spec, the Pokeball patterns, and the such. Like I like all that stuff. So it doesn't just have to be in the SARs. But it really does have to be, like, when you do pull the SAR, it does have to be, like, one of the bigger ones. Like, at the very least, I think the cutoff, I would say, is, like, Vaporeon, honestly. Even then, if you want to, like, just cut off say just the top row, say Umbreon with the Master Ball pattern, then Glaceon, Espeon, Leafeon, Sylveon, and Umbreon, EX, all of the SARs. Those ones are about, like, $60 or more. And $60, I feel like, plus all the other bulk you get with it is, like, worth it, you know? But if you don't get one of those, then it ain't worth. So, and of course, Sylveon and Umbreon make it, like, extra worth it. But I'm so weird. I don't know why. I just like buying singles, man. I really do. To take $100, because as soon as I open this box, then the $100 disappears to me. You know, that's when the money's actually gone. Whereas, if I don't open it, then it can always be sold at a later date and time. And I do genuinely, like, some people are like, how can anyone ever like sealed product or looking at a sealed collection or this, that, or what even is a sealed collection? It's like, bro, if you tell me that you look at this box and you don't think this is amazing, like if you don't love this box as much as you would love some sets from some cards from the set, then I just think you don't fully get it. Because like I get the cards, I understand what it's like to look at a card and be like, that's beautiful. But what is that? It's a pretty piece of cardboard. That's all it is. It's a shiny, beautiful piece of cardboard. And when I look at this, it's a beautiful piece of cardboard packaged amazingly. And something about a sealed product too, it's like, it's not even that it's like a sealed product. Where do you find this kind of stuff? You find it at a TCG store. So it's like you're taking a piece of the store home with you. And whenever you look at, say, a shelf of sealed product, it's like you have a big piece of the store home with you. And a TCG store is a very happy place to be. So it's like you're bringing a big piece of happiness with you. And that is just a very comforting thing to have throughout your life and throughout your day. You know, that's the main part of collecting, is to give yourself, you know, a good chance to feel something from the stuff that you actually buy. Because otherwise, you're just going to have something sit in a binder and you're just going to ignore it. Whereas like a box, you can't sit in a binder, you actually just see it and such. Christina said, hi. Hello, Christina. How are you? How are you? If you dropped in for a Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, please let me know. We have plenty of those for giveaway, but I'm thinking about maybe opening this box. I'm just a bit annoying about that kind of thing. We'll open the box. Forget it. We'll open the box. I have a couple others. Yeah, we'll open this. Mainly because like the specialty sets or they call them something different. It's not just specialty sets. I think it's like high class sets from Japanese boxes. They're just always so good. You know, V-Star Universe, VMAX Climax, Shiny Star V, and Terrestrial Festival, things like that are always going to be fun to open. So we'll crack this open. Why not? Japanese is Japanese is a good rip. You know, English is tough. English is tough. Buy English, rip Japanese if you want to have some fun. But I get it. I get it. I'll always get, you know, wanting to gamble with it. Something about having the chase card already, or one of them, does make me actually kind of want to open a little bit of Mega. And the logic behind that is now, like, if I don't pull anything out of Mega Evolution when I open some, I won't be left with nothing from that set. We already have something that we do enjoy and love from the set. So that's cool. Let's do that. Christian said, "Cute bupper, thank you so much. Thank you so much." Oh yeah, sleepy girl too. Where's my adjustment? Let's see if we can get full bean in the frame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's my beanie baby. That's my beanie baby with a big booty. Big booty beanie baby. I gave her the blankie, but she wants to be on top. She's got her Patriots blankie, her favorite blankie, her 4-2 Patriots blankie. Oh yeah, big grosy. Oh, she's sniffing? Is she sniffing? Hold on a second, can we get a close-up? Can we get a close-up? Can we get a close-up of that snout? Is she sniffing in her sleep? I believe we see some sniffing, folks. Oh, and she's closing her eyes and she's sleeping. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's some GG right there. GG normally stands for good girl, good girl, not good game, good girl. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. What does this button do? Nope. Too much. They updated their software for Link, which is how I'm controlling my camera. So I'm not used to this interface yet. All right. Yeah, we'll crack this box open. Crack this box open. We just did our $150-ish giveaway drawing earlier tonight, where we gave away 6 sleeved booster packs and 6 stamped vintage cards. Shout out to, hold on. I have the name. Eugene. Shout out to Eugene Lang from New Jersey. I think they might have won one giveaway before, but shout out to Eugene, who won our pretty good, this is our first giveaway that we've done in a while. Coming back, but we will think of another giveaway to do, and we'll probably make a video for that in the next, you know, coming days and such. But yes, if anyone would want to enter into that, just, you know, sub to the channel, turn on notifications, and you'll see it when we post it. And then if anyone does want Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, please let me know. We have them in the boxes right now, and we are more than willing to trade, but I'm just using the game for my background music, honestly. But if anyone wants these Pokemon, because GameStop is so annoying to have to deal with, you let me know, and I'd be happy to give these to you for free. We'll do one of each if we do link up. Christina said, Bernard does the same thing in his sleep too. Anytime I can catch them moving IRL, reacting to their dreams, I'll take it. Pull our little pull tab here, our authenticator. And like even these, like, look at these packs. Telling me that the rainbow sheen on these packs isn't just gorgeous. One thing though, a little disappointed, is they only have the 1 pack artwork, you know, for Japanese, whereas in English they have the 3, I want to say. They have the 3. But yeah, doing some Japanese is like definitely my jam. Definitely my jam. Give me just a 30-second breather, y'all. 30-second breather. All right, let's move this aside. Lucky pair of scissors. I need some sleeves. Need some sleeves. Let me grab a pack, actually. Let's see if I have like just random sleeves right here. Cool. Random sleeves and top loaders. I like to sleeve all holographic cards in Japanese, you see you get quite a bit. Christine said, "Have you ever pulled a God pack from the set?" We have not. I think we've opened. I'm really bad at remembering. I want to say this is the third box we've opened, but it might be the fourth. But no, the best box that we've had that we opened, we pulled the Flareon SAR, and it also had the gold Pikachu Ultra Rare. So that was a cool box. But most of them have just been kind of like standard, you know, like where we'll get like a, what you call it, like an Ogrepon, or maybe it was 3. It was 3. It was 3, because I also have the SAR Dragapult too. And I'm like, I don't think I bought that. I'm pretty sure I pulled that. So give me one more second. Quick little, call it a freshen up. Quick little freshen up. Alright, sleeves. Also, like, this is so annoying, but like, the sleeves from this company, they come in like, I don't want to call them upside down, but like, I want the opening to be, line the openings up, you know? I just want to pull it and have the opening be right where my fingers automatically are. And they never do it like that, so I have to kind of flip it upside down. The crease out of zone. Alright, let's go with this is rip and go. The goal right now is to see if we can remember all the Pokemon names. That's really it. Rip and go. But yeah, if anyone wants shiny Miraidon, shiny Koraidon, please let me know. We'd be happy to send those over via Scarlet and Violet. Actually, I should throw away as I go, or else I will get very messy. Ooh, Big Al. Love Big Al. Finizen, right? Finizen? Like, I can't remember. I can remember, what's the big boy's name? Palafin? Palafin and Finizen? Noctowl. I forget their ability, but gosh, I remember it's pretty good. But I forget the ability. This Okidogi is actually very good. Its ability says that if you have the Darkness Energy on there, I think it has 100 more HP. 100 more HP. Yeah, so... Or does it hit for 100 more? Or does it do both? I think it does both. It hits for 100 more and has 100 more HP. Interesting Raging Bolt. Why do I feel like I haven't seen this artwork before? But beautiful Raging Bolt. Love it. Here, I'm going to set all the hollows aside so we can sleeve those up. Hollows, non-hollows. The festival lead, Diplin, right? Diplin. Let's see. Metagross, I know is the last one. I know there's a Metang in there. And then what's the first one's like Beldum, right? So this must be Metang. My girl Mela could never miss Mela. Like, you can even see her boots from here. They're so big. I mean, she's only being pictured from the thighs up, which is amazing. Love Mela. Sada's Vitality, I want to say. Sada's Vitality. De-Evolution TM. De-Evolution TM. Which is actually a very playable card. To de-evolve your opponents. Good luck, Secretina. Thank you so much. Metang, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll get plenty of cards for my giveaway binder, if anything, you know, which is like, you know, good consolation prize. Because I feel like not, especially kids specifically, like, don't gravitate towards Japanese cards. So having like just some nice shiny holographic Japanese cards to give away to people is a good, you know, good enough reason alone. Love the artwork on this card. Beautiful Charcadet. Beautiful Charcadet. Skull Clops Noir? Is that how it goes? Skull Clops Noir? Wo-Chien. Flareon. That's a nice card. That's a nice Pokemon card. I almost bought this a couple of days ago because I was like, well, these Japanese ones are at a good time to buy. Alright, well, sleeve please. Sleeve please, the box has been paid for. I think that's the second card, right? And that's that. I believe that is card number 2. The only thing that could beat it would be the Umbreon. Bonita. All right, well, in a weird way, like only someone like me could find the the non-silver lining, but like kind of takes the wind out of my sails, man. I was kind of flowing and going, right? But all right, well, it's like the end of the movie in the, in the first act. It's like the end of the movie in the first act. I'll put it that way. But hey, excellent end to the movie. So, what more can you ask for? You may have got the ending early, but it was an excellent ending to the movie. Alright, well, there's that. That's one beautiful Sylveon card, say Christina. That is, let's see, left to right. A little bit more left on the right, I would say, and a little more top to than bottom. So, once again, I'm not like, I haven't ever graded a single card, but since being back in the hobby, like, kind of start to notice these things because people talk about it so much. But, yeah, this one will probably be with me forever. It'll probably be with me forever. Very nice. Where were we? I guess, okay. I was really confused for a second. This is a Palafin, but it's just not in hero form. I was like, why did you evolve from Finizen, but you still look like Finizen? I keep forgetting that they do look like almost identical until Palafin goes into its hero form. Okay, here, we're gonna put this one right here, just so it can like still be in kind of camera frame. Wow. Alright, was not expecting that. Wow, indeed. Tatsugiri, that allows you... This Tatsugiri, I believe, is like a Pokegear. I think you can... top 6 cards of your deck. Search the top 6 cards, or pick up the top 6 cards of your deck, and you can search for or if you have a supporter in there, you can take one that you find. But the Pokegear is top 7. Big something cape, dude. Big something cape. Wug Trio. This one's got like 2 silly names to it. It's like Cypher Code Breaking Maniac, Cypher Code Breaker or something. I forget. But it's something like that. I still can't believe we got this card. I still can't believe we pulled this Sylveon. That is actually wild. And it's a beautiful card. Well, that's my first evolution that will be in my collection because the Flareon that we pulled we actually gave away. So this one will stay. Damn. I'm still Gibble. Oh, bro, I was like, who the heck are you? Freaking Relor. Relor looking real weird like that. You know, you normally have Pokemon that's like, it's 0.2 meters tall. You're not going to be looking at him like from that perspective. So, Relor. Ooh, Iron Jugulus. Vaporeon. Pokeball. Holographic. Reverse holo Pokeball. Of, I want to say this is Super Energy Retrieval. Discard 2 cards. Grab 4 energy from your discard. Put them right in your hand. An Eevee EX. Eevee EX. Fan Rotom with the... This is a really cool Fan Rotom. I want to think of a name for these types of Pokemon. We actually have a few of them right now. So, well, we'll talk about the one that left rotation most recently. Was the Spit Innocently Cramorant from Lost Origin. Read if you have... It had an ability that read if you have 4 or more cards in your Lost Zone, you can attack for free. And it did 70 damage. And it was like free attack for, you know, 1 or for no energy. This card here, if there's a... Sorry, one sec, I have to adjust my camera. Come on. Okay. This one here, if there's a stadium in play, that's what this bottom part reads. You, I think it's something like if there's no stadium in play, this card does nothing. But with a stadium in play, for 1 energy, you can do 70 off of a searchable from Buddy Poffin Pokemon. So, like, and it does early damage 70. Early damage 70. Easy early... Call it conditional early damage 70. God, I keep doing that with my hands. The AI, like, picks up my hand motions. And it, like, turns the camera. And I forget how to... And once again, new software, I don't know how to turn it off yet. But now we have the Soul Rock that does early conditional 70, which I want to say you need Lunatone on the bench to attack for the 70, I believe. But that's the condition. So very cool that that it's like a condition, or sorry, an archetype in the TCG. Early game attackers, low energy, 70 attack. You could even consider maybe Meloetta from UV Max as one of these, because it did 70 base damage plus 70 for every Fusion Strike energy attached to it, I want to say. Or was it 70 times? Now I forget entirely what Meloetta did, but it was 70 at least. So, cool types of cards. Turo Scenario, love that card. You get to basically pick up any Pokemon, and you just have to discard all the cards attached to it. So take all the damage right off the board. Buddy Buddy Poffin, the aforementioned, and Counter Catcher. Jeez, we got some playable cards in this pack. Holy cow. That's why I wish this was in English, dude. Jeez, like these are some really good, I might open some Prismatic just for that reason, because you can pull something big, and a lot of the cards you get out of the set are just very, very playable, and I'm trying to build up my playable, call it my standard collection, you know, my collection of cards that can be played in standard rotation right now. Although there is the Trainer Toolkit 2025 that's coming out in like 2 weeks, 9 days now. It's coming out on the 24th. I've been looking at that. I've wanted that. Ooh, my starter. My starter. When we start ZA tomorrow, we are going to be picking Totodile. Love this artwork as well. Totodile starter. Dunsparce. Cool Dunsparce. Cerulege. Love Cerulege. Chanpao. Okie dokie in the EX now. In the EX. I like that sparkle. Very good sparkle on the EXs in this generation. Kadabra. So good that, like, what is it, Yuri Geller or whatever that dude's name was, like, isn't blocking Kadabra anymore. Like, I didn't even know that was going on for so long, so I guess I'm glad that I wasn't annoyed by it for decades, but, like, how silly that Kadabra was, like, not around for, like, so long, and it's only in the last couple of years really come back. Bouffalant. Another playable card with the Bouffalant, playable in Terra Box. Jamming Tower. Wait. Yeah, Jamming Tower, right? Yeah. There's a new one coming out. I forget what it is. The new... This is Jamming Tower. I've played this card before. I'm trying to remember the new stadium coming out that is going to really impact things. I think it's coming out in... Or it came out in Mega Inferno X. It's coming out in Our Phantasmal Flames. Forget. It's not Morty, is it? I don't know. It's another Amaris. Alright. So toss out the packs. Sylveon SAR. Wow. That's a dopamine. That's a positive gamble. We gambled and won. That is not something that I do very often. The winning part. Or the gambling part, really. I mean, aside from other things in life like poker. Appleton. Now we got the Beldum. Dunsparce. This one's got a cool... Wait. Is this the ability one? I forget which... I do think we play this one. I think it's a draw support. Draw support to Dunsparce. Our Chaludon. Bigger L. Yo, let's go. Mini Sylveon to go with the big Sylveon. A double SAR, right? Because or are you guaranteed a trainer SAR? I don't know if you're... Maybe you are guaranteed a trainer SAR and a non-trainer SAR in each box. But Brassius is our trainer SAR. Because yeah, I think you I don't think you get just the trainer, because getting just the trainer as your SAR would be kind of mid. So you do get 2 SARs. That's good, man. I guess it's because there's no IRs in this box. There's no IRs in this set, so they had to like do something to kind of, you know, beef it up a little bit. So Brassius, yo, Badoo, item lock Badoo, hugely playable. Umbreon, hugely collectible. I forget what this guy does. Mystery Field, something like that. Is this the Babiri Berry? Is that Babiri Berry? So we're expecting still 2 more Pokeball patterns, and I think maybe an Ace Spec? PFAS said not guaranteed. Okay, that's what's up. So, or are you saying that there's not 2 guaranteed? Or, let me answer me this question, I guess. Is it possible to pull just a trainer SAR? Or is it like if you pull the Pokemon one, then you can still pull a trainer one? Because like to pull just a trainer SAR would be like really rough. Alright. Trubbish. Bramblin. Jolteon. Miraidon. Pokeball pattern of the Zoroark. Regular Zoroark. Beautiful. The Iron Leaves in the EX. Beautiful leaves. I think this Pokemon is gorgeous. Love the pink. Love the pink. Regigigas. Leafeon. I forgot this guy's name. Forget this card's name. Briar again. What's that? You know what this set doesn't have either? That like it has the Pokeball and Master Ball reverse holo pattern, but it doesn't have like its own unique reverse holo pattern. And I kind of like the unique reverse holo patterns more than just the Pokeball and Master Ball. Alright, snip this here. I was thinking for a giveaway, the next thing I would do maybe a maybe an ETB. PFA said not 100% sure, but from what I've seen and open ourselves, the trainer is generally a bonus hit. Got it. That's what's up. So we're getting extra lucky. Maybe an ETB, maybe like a singles package. Maybe they could. I thought that last package was kind of cool because it had singles in it and it had packs. So like you get to rip some packs and you get to have guaranteed hits, which is nice. So maybe we'll do something like that. We'll do like some. You know what's cool? Is maybe like a couple of hits and maybe like a booster bundle would be like a nice kind of like mix, you know, 6 packs again and then some hits. Or I think a hugely undervalued product right now, like to anyone listening, right, who wants like to open up some product. I know it's MSR or it's not MSRP and it's, you know, scalper prices, market prices, whatever you want to call it, but $30 will get you maybe 35. Some places with, you know, tax and shipping and all that. But $30 generally, from what I've seen, or like low 30s, 31, 32, can get you a prismatic 3-pack sticker collection, which is about $10 a pack, and you still get the stickers with it. And for the ETB going for like 140, you know, the super premium collection, ultra premium collection going for like super expensive. It's like you got the booster bundle. And then you got the sticker collections. Like I feel like those two things, like you can actually like open and like feel okay about it ish. But yeah, aside from that, it's tough. So maybe we'll like give away a couple sticker collections or a booster bundle or something like that. You know, where you get to open up something and open up and get something guaranteed. Like I'll choose like some kind of hit, or maybe I'll buy something specifically just for giveaway, or I'll reach in my collection. It's all good. Wiglet? I was like, I know this dude's name. Abra. Abra is another Pokemon too that always has cool cards. Like you go on TCGPlayer and you search Abra, I guarantee you're gonna have nothing but fire. Nothing but fire for under $1. That's Abra. Dude, I always say Zorua and Zoroark mess up. We already had a Zoroark earlier, so this gotta be Zorua, right? Zorua. Like those two names really get my dyslexia going. And this should be Noir, right? Noir is the final one. Dusk Noir with the 13 damage counters that you can drop on an opponent if you want to self-destruct, which is a very interesting concept in the TCG. Like, I haven't played with self-destruct before. Like, I don't know if that's something that like comes and goes, but self-destructing is very unique because we have a lot of comeback cards in the game. Counter Catcher, comeback energy cards, where you can only play these cards when you're down on prizes. And with a card like this, where you can self-destruct, you can forcefully put your opponent ahead on prizes so that you can use these overpowered, you know, comeback cards by all in one turn too, you know? So very, very powerful effects. It's kind of like, you really go all in with cards like this because you're giving up so much to use it. But beautiful card. A Max Rod. Love Max Rod. 5 from your discard pile right to the hand, and you discard nothing to use it. It's energy or Pokemon. 5. Like incredible card. Like this is actually really good to use in some decks that want to play like a lot of different kind of Pokemon, but don't want to play like more than like 2 of each kind. That way, if you do run out of the 2, you can get the 2 back easily with something like this. So beautiful with the Max Rod. And a Terra Water Garchomp. I think this was from Obsidian Flames, because it reminds me, I have this card already. He just happens to be in this other card with the Terra Crown and the water. So I feel like that's why I think he was Obsidian Flames, because this is the Obsidian Flame Victini that the tournament promo was modeled after. Like that's the EX from the, from the Obsidian Flames. Then we have Drillbur, right? Drillbur with the Dig ability, which is a really cool ability. It allows you to, I think, take 3 fighting energy cards and just throw them straight in your discard pile, which it's like, why would you ever want to do that? Well, Mega Lucario EX, its first attack, Aura Jab, allows you to accelerate energy from the discard pile. 3 of them, in fact. How about that? And this card was printed a while ago, you know, compared to the Mega. So it's almost like they really planned for it, you know? But you actually don't really see this played in Mega Lucario, just because, like, while it's a very good effect for, like, what you're trying to do, it's not that hard to get 3 energy in a discard pile anyway, especially with the Solrock Lunatone draw engine that requires you to discard a, an energy. And the real thing is you just don't want to leave this on the bench afterwards, nor do you want to have to use an entire Turo scenario to pick it back up. So it just doesn't quite get you what you're going for, but it's still a very cool card. Very cool card. We've got a Ancient Tusk. What's this guy's name? Great Tusk. Ancient Tusk. Hammer. I think this is for special energy? Or do you have to flip a coin? No, this... Man, I think this is Enhanced Hammer. It's not a Crushing Hammer. It's an Enhanced Hammer. But I forget exactly what this hammer does. Larry! Everybody loves Larry. Alright, 3 packs left. I believe we got 1 more Pokeball on the way. We got the Ace Spec. So that's about it. Sylveon SAR. Cannot believe it still. Alright, one of them's name is Poltergeist. And there's Sinistra. I think the beginning one is Sinistra into Poltergeist. I think. Sinistra, I want to say. Alright. Is that the frickin' the Sword and Shield guy? The sword is I know there's an Aegislash. I don't think, is this Aegislash? Is not Aegislash. Then there's another one, Doublade. I forget. These were Gen what? 7? 6? 6? I forget. This one I'm gonna have to concede on. A Ting-Lu. We just haven't gotten Chi-Yu, but we've gotten all the other Treasure of Ruin Pokemon. The aforementioned Sinistra, or say Poltergeist, I believe. I forget. I might have mixed those 2 up. Monkey Dory EX. The Monkey Dory, the baby one, is like maybe one of the best cards of Scarlet Violet. Like, it is so unbelievably playable. Never seen this guy played though. We have Rellor, now we have Rabska. Hey, we got the whole line. We got the Clops. Lacey. I forget what she does. Natu? Or Zatu? Which one's he? I forget Natu and Zatu, even though they're Gen 2 and I should know. Even though I should know. Terra? Orb. I'll forever be disappointed with the Terrestrial mechanic in Scarlet Violet TCG era block, but I'm gonna not even bring it up again because I've already complained about it for, oh, I don't know what, like 2 years now? 3 years now. Right? 2022? I've been complaining about this for 3 years. How poorly executed the Terra mechanic was in the TCG. So I'm not going to do it tonight. Alright, 2 packs left. Real quick, intermission. She's like full dream mode. Because when I start talking like this, like even though I'm kind of loud and such, she feeds off of that almost. Like she gets completely in her little, you know, zone. But this one right here is sleeping. Hard to hear her, but she's snoring. She's got all the little twitches going on, little nose twitching, eyes twitching, little snores. That's a, I don't want to say GG too loudly. Good girl. I don't want to say it too loudly, but yeah, that's a very, very fantastic puppy. Fantastic. Excellent. All right. 2 more packs. Second to last pack. All right. Dreepy. also very playable. You know, Dragapult, very playable. Cottony, right? Chi-Yu! That's kind of wild that we got no duplicates yet, but we got one of each Treasure of Ruin. That's like really very good RNG. I mean, talk about good RNG. Iron Boulder, I believe? Iron Boulder? What a beautiful box. What a beautiful box. I'm just going to put this right next to these two. A Pokeball pattern, Sylveon. I mean, what's the theme of this box? Obviously, it's Cornerstone. No, sorry, it's a Fire Mask Ogerpon EX. Fire Mask Ogerpon EX is the star of the show right here. But for real, like, what a Sylveon. What a Sylveon time. Holy cow. The Pokeball pack. It's almost like they do it on purpose, and I wouldn't even be mad if they like did set it up that way. But very cool to get all these Sylveon, all these beautiful Sylveon out of a single box. Wow. So Cornerstone is the rock one. Wellspring is the water. What do they call the fire one? I forget. I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna really bother me if I don't know what the fire Ogerpon is called. Fire Ogerpon. Let's see. Cornerstone, Wellspring, Hearth Flame. Hearth Flame. I definitely have heard that, but absolutely forgot it. Would not have been able to tell you that for $1 million. Hearth Flame. Playable Iron Bundle, too. If this guy's on your bench, you can actually use it as a... It's not a boss effect, but it's like a half of a... call it Escape Rope. So Escape Rope was a card that was very prevalent in Sword and Shield. When you played it, you switched to your Pokemon first, then your opponent would switch their Pokemon. This is only the opponent switching part. So you take this card, you take it off your bench, and you shuffle it back. Is it shuffle it or you put it in the bottom of your deck? I forget. I think you put it in the bottom of your deck. And then your opponent has to choose a new Pokemon to bring into the active, which is a very powerful effect. You getting to choose would be insane. Them getting to choose is still very strong, because if their opponent has set up like some kind of wall, some kind of Pokemon in the active to try to, like, you know, stall you out, you can get around it with this. Unless, of course, they have the exact same Pokemon on the bench, in which case they're just going to switch into that one. But another playable Iron Bundle. I don't know. Forget. Sorry. Not very playable, so that's why I forget. I believe this is Mist Energy, which blocks effects of attacks. So things like Dragapult EX, when it does its Phantom Dive attack and it then drops 6 damage counters on the opponent's bench Pokemon in any way they like, this would block the dropping of the damage counters. I'm 90% sure that's what this is. Techno Radar, this I think lets you search... Yeah, discard 1 card from your hand, and you can search 2 future Pokemon. Future Pokemon weren't very good in the VGC, and they weren't very good in the TCG. I guess a handful of them were good. Iron Hands was probably the best one. Miraidon, probably the other best one. And then I guess Iron Bundle was playable for a while too. But they were really good only until like the legendaries came around, and the legendaries like power crept them. Whereas like the past Paradox Pokemon, they were good the whole time. Like Fluttermane was like the best Paradox Pokemon of that game. Fluttermane was the best, I would say. Even if you include the Treasure of Ruin, I think even then Fluttermane is still the best of all of the non... if you can't include Miraidon and Koraidon, because Miraidon and Koraidon are just a little too strong. It would go like Koraidon, Miraidon, Fluttermane in terms of like Paradox Pokemon VGC strength / impact, I would say. Then maybe even like Chi-Yu is like the third, and maybe Iron Hands. Iron Hands was very prevalent at first. A lot of fake out. Festival Lead Goldeen. Festival Lead Goldeen. Varoom. Gimme Ghoul. Is this Feraligatr or is this, yeah, is it Feraligatr? God, what's the Croconaw for the middle guy? I was like, I forget the middle guy. Feraligatr, we'll have one of these in about a week from now. We'll have a Feraligatr in ZA. Roaring Moon, Moony Balloony. And our last EX, the Hands, aforementioned Iron Hands. Beautiful card. With the amp you very much attack. So, like for example, if you have Mist Energy on, you would block this effect. But if your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, you get to take an extra prize card. And if you play Briar, you could take an extra prize card. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter at that point because it's only 2 cards. But still, Iron Hand, incredibly cool. Another Festival lead Pokemon. Energy Retrieval, Superior, Jet Energy, and an Earthen Vessel to finish off the box. Very playable card as well. Earthen Vessel. If we were playing Japanese, we would have so many cards to play with. But all we were able to acquire is a whole bunch of shiny cards and a few Sylveons. That's crazy. That's crazy. Best box that I've opened up of Terra Festival so far. Should probably put overhead, right? Should that be the last box we open up for Wrestle Festival? And then just buy the rest of them? Maybe. I guess we'll see. Do I want to use this creased sleeve? I guess I kind of don't. I don't want it to like bend the card. I can't imagine it would. Solid box, definitely worth opening. I mean, hey, if you know it's going to be that good, then every box would be, easy to open, I would say. But it's in really like folks, talking about real world things here, but like that is indeed how they get you. One good box, dopamine rush. Remember that? It's like, oh man, I could open this now. I could open that now. It's like, yeah, but you're probably just not going to get lucky again. You're probably not going to get lucky again. You're not chasing the card necessarily as much as you are chasing the feeling of getting lucky. So we're definitely chasing at all times, but it's not always the same chase. So that was super lucky and took a good amount of time. I'm trying to think if I have like the energy necessarily to kind of keep going. I don't know why this just occurred to me and like why I would want to do this above anything else, but like the only thing I really kind of want to do would be just like play some like Switch sports or something. Do something on the Switch because like TCG, I could do maybe some TCG. We could look at some TCG decks because I have been playing my Mega Lucario on PCCG Live. I just don't really want to anymore. I mean, like, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that until Gardevoir goes away, Mega Lucario is never going to be a good deck. Like, it'll always be fine, but it's never going to be good. And I want to play a good deck, so I might experiment. And then, of course, like this new Mega Box deck came out with the Mega Kangaskhan, the Absol, and that counters Gardevoir very well. So it's like, I don't really want to learn Gardevoir right now either, when it is halfway through October. There are 2 full months left in this year, and then about April makes it 6 months until rotation hits. So about 6.5 months until rotation hits. Do I really want to learn Gardevoir now, only to play it for 6.5 months, when it's been available for like, 2.5 years, basically? And the answer to that is like, not really. Not really. So I don't necessarily have like a ton of desire to play in the TCG, because I've kind of figured out, not the meta exactly, but I've figured out what is good and what's strong and what's not. And what's good and what's strong is like not really what I'm looking to play. Not really what I'm looking to play. I accidentally opened up Epic. Play some Fortnite. No, we'll save that for another day. I was thinking about that, getting back into doing some Pokemon / Fortnite. Win a game, open a pack. Could be a cool concept. Or like maybe like every 5 kills, open a pack or something like that. Cards just sound so good. One thing about Japanese cards, they sound of quality. And it's like, English sounds like that. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Alright, Battle Pass, what do we do? Complete 1 match without conceding? Ugh, I can never do that. I could maybe just go play my Mega Lucario. I'll play Mega Lucario for a game. Just for the sake of it. What did we do? We put Legacy Energy in here instead of the Maximum Belt. I think I like the original build better. My changes are stupid. I'm not very good at this game, so like whenever I change stuff, it does not usually go for the better. Although I do want an Iono. I did like having that. Yeah. I do want an Iono. So really just change the Ace Spec back to Maximum Belt. Maybe, I I can try one more game with the Legacy Energy. Or a couple to the max. Alright. Here, I'm actually going to change musics. Go home screen and turn on the music for you. They actually changed the lobby music and the game music for Mega Evolution, and it sounds pretty cool. Alright, casual, standard. Yes, please. I would like to play casual, and I'd like to play standard. My opponent was calling me coin flip. Mega Lucario really just, once again, does like super bad against Gardevoir. It just, you don't see like a ton of Gardevoir on the ladder because it's casual. I'm not playing ranked right now. I will go first. Real in the active is not great. Okay. Let's see what they're playing. Cynthia's Garchomp, and they took 2 Mollies. 2 Mollies, I need 2 good cards. I don't need them, but I'd like them. I would just like to get Solrock and Lunatone set up. Nest Ball. Okay, so we kind of have everything we need to get that whole thing going. Lunatone. And check prizes real quick. So we have 2 Solrock. Do I have my ace back? Yeah, we're good. Alright, and then I guess I'll Ultra Ball away a single Lilies and a Night Stretcher. And we're gonna pick up Solrock. I don't know if I want to put the XP share out there yet. I think we're just gonna pass. And then next turn we're kind of setting up for Solrock. No, I don't want to put the XP share on him because I need an air balloon, bro. Do I though? Hold on a second. I can just attack with Mega Lucario next turn. Yeah. I didn't even really think about that. I can just attack with Mega Lucario next turn. Never mind, he just quits. Alright, we'll play one more then, obviously, because that wasn't really a game. Like, forget Solrock and Lunatone. I can just Ultra Ball for the Mega, and then Lily for 8, and as long as one of those 8 cards are an energy, then I'm good to go. That's so funny that I did not get to use one attack yet, because that game was so quick. Yeah, Mega Lucario is fun, it's just not very good. Let me rephrase. It's fun, and it's actually fine, it's good enough, it's just when it loses a matchup, it just like really loses. I don't know what else it loses to aside from Gardevoir. Probably doesn't do great against Dragapult either. It just, like that game, if I get to set up quickly, it is a very nice speedy deck. You know, it only has to rely on stage 1 cards total. You know, it's either basics or stage 1s, which is nice, so you don't have to look for rare candy. You don't have to worry about middle, and then second, I do not want to go first. Middle, and then second stage Pokemon. The reason why we choose to go second is because we can get off a nice turn 1 attack with Lunatone, if possible. 3 Premium Power Pro in the opening hand. I'm really actually glad that we didn't get a basic Pokemon, because now we get to shuffle this all back in. Because like, if we had 1 basic in there, we would have had to research away 2 of the Premium Power Pros, which would have sucked. Way better start, bro. Way better start. Trillion% better start. Because we can... I mean, it's actually... I'm sorry, we have 3 Turo Scenario in our hand? Oh, this is terrible. I might concede this one, bro. We have 3 Turo Scenario in our hand. I need an energy card, bro. I need an energy card. I can Artisan for my Solrock. I have Riolu. Dude, there's no way. I don't have nothing. I don't have anything. He doesn't have anything either, but neither... Bro, I have nothing. Jeez. I really don't think we're going to get anywhere with this game. I just have nothing, bro. This is sad. If I don't pick up an energy next turn, I'm just going to concede. I need an energy or lilies. Thank God they got a slow start as well. That's all I can say. That's like the only reason why I didn't just concede right then and there. But like if they had a full board, then I would have absolutely just conceded. I like their sleeve. I wonder where they get those from. It's an interesting fighting energy. It looks like purple, honestly. Like, doesn't even look like a fighting. Looks more, yeah, way more purple than orange. I need an energy or a draw card, or I'm going to concede this game. Energy or draw card. Hook it up. Town Store doesn't give me anything, right? It's like tool card. I can't search anything with a tool card. I'm just going to concede. This is like an actually crazy draw. Like, how unlucky is that? 3 Turo Scenario. 3 endgame supporter cards in my opening hand. Alright, we're 1-1, and we still haven't gotten to attack yet. We still haven't gotten to attack yet. The first game we won it too fast. The second game we just couldn't draw into any energy. And we play 10 energy in this deck. So a full 1/6 of my entire deck is energy cards. Thank God there is no money in the line in this game, or else I'd be, like, annoyed constantly. It's kind of wild, like, how little skill expression there really even is in this game. Like, compared to poker, like, this thing is so, so shallow. Do I want to go first? No, I don't. Here, I'll sleeve up all my hollows while we're playing. Fusion Strike. Ooh, Soul Rock in the... Okay, now this is a freaking starting hand. Holy cow. We have everything. We have absolutely everything. We even have a Premium Power Pro to knock out a Frillish. Ugh. Damn. And we're up against Gardevoir. We're up against Gardevoir. Careful, baby. You want to go into the blankie? Give me just a moment, my darling. I almost don't want to play the Artisan because I don't need it and it'll help them. Zoe, give Papa a second. Don't choose to start moving around as soon as I start playing my turn. You had all this time beforehand. We're absolutely knocking this dude out. Just so you know, in case you want to concede, we're doing that. Fighting Gong for Riolu. Zoe, please stop moving around so much. You're on top of a table and you might fall off. Here, got you. You want to cuddle up, right? Here, come on. Careful, babe. Careful, come on. Alright, we're going to Ultra Ball away Artisan and Hariyama. We're gonna put second Riolu on the bench. Or should we put a Makuhita? Makuhita on the bench. Then we're gonna Lilies for 8. Unbelievable starting hand, bro. Like compared to that last one. And now we're gonna KO this Frillish. I was like, yeah, it ain't even worth, bro. We gotta start so good that we beat Gardevoir. We gotta start so good that we beat Gardevoir. He wouldn't even let me use my attack to complete my goal. So I have to play another game. I played 3 games yet to attack. And we've won 2 of them. We've played 3 games yet to attack, and we've won 2 of them. This game, even if I'm going to lose it, I'm going to still hold out as long as I can just to get the attack off. We are not playing a 5th game. If anyone wants Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, please let me know, by the way. We still have the game open and ready to go. Just sitting in the background for anyone for giveaways. Tim, I forget if you and Nathan do the whole Nintendo games and such, but are you guys getting Legend ZA or no? Looks like they're playing Cypher Mania Cobra. Looks like they're playing Venusaur. We got another slow start. Although at least this one we can do a little something with. Oh, Fortress. Alright, so we can Turo the Lunatone out of the active spot. Mega Kangaskhan. Up, yep. Okay, so we got a little bit going on right now. It's funny, if you Turo right now, you actually lose the game. Because you don't have any active Pokemon out there. Alright, so give me Solrock. Alright, we have to do this in a very specific order. Put Solrock down. Then Turo up Lunatone. Solrock's in the active, Lunatone on the bench. Now, we could either attack and take the guaranteed knockout, or we could draw 3 cards and set up. Very tough call. Very tough call. Let's risk it. No. Oh my god, I don't know what to do right now. We're gonna go for speed. We're gonna risk it. Basically because if he gets the Mega Kangaskhan up, damn it, we don't have an energy now. Oh, this game is so difficult sometimes, bro. Oh, we have the Night Stretcher in hand. I'm so stupid, bro. We have the Night Stretcher in hand. Can't believe I thought about that for so long. I'm just not very good at the game sometimes. Cool. Yeah, the reason why I went with draw, though, is because you get Mega Kangaskhan up in the active, weak to fighting, but our Soul Rock ability does not, or our Soul Rock attack does not allow us to take fighting weakness, you know? It does not. Weakness and resistance does not apply to this attack. So that's why we were able to KO the Frillish last game, but because of that, we don't get the weakness effect this game. Alright, so 3 prize cards, 1, 2, 3. So if we could take out like a Fortress EX and Yep. Well, if we can take a Fortress EX and a Mega Kangaskhan EX, we win the game at this point. Now, what does this guy do? He has some ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck to 5 basic energy cards, add them to your Pokemon any way you like, then shuffle your deck. If you do search your deck this way, your Pokemon is knocked out. Interesting. It's a lot. If he does that, then we only have to take out 1 Kangaskhan to win. He's going for it. He's going for the gusto. Like, all we need is like an extra turn to set up, you know? So even though he's about to like knock out our Riolu and like set us back like a couple of turns because we are gonna now need like, you know, 2 more on the bench, like, that's okay. And we already have 3 of our prize cards taken. And all we need is a single Mega Lucario to KO this guy. And we have Soul Rock with the energy already, so like I feel okay about this. Alright, let's Artisan for you know, little dude. Of which I do have 2 on the bench, or on the deck, sorry. Good, good. Do we want a Fighting Gong? I don't see why not. Fighting Gong for my other one. And I guess we can... I honestly feel like we can kind of hold our hand here in a weird way. 80 does nothing for me, that does nothing for me. Attach return, does that do anything for me? Give him a target. What do we do get with that? Attach this. I really think that we're in a fine spot to just go. A bad Iono could be a pain in the butt, I guess. Dude, he conceded! He did everything he wanted and still quit. It's like, bro, what? I wouldn't have gone with the Pineco KO at that point because, like, what are you gonna... You can't come back fast enough at that, you know? Like, against weakness? Because while my Soul Rock cannot hit you for weakness, my Lucario absolutely can. That's why I was like, dude, I don't need to even attach return because I can just go attach next turn, single, attach, single premium, I'm sorry, not, yeah, Premium Power Pro, and then Aura Jab would KO with the 70 that I just did with the Soul Rock, so that was pretty much, and then I had Hariyama, like he couldn't even retreat because I had Hariyama for game, which would, you know, bring up his bench Pokemon. So that was good. So what do we went 3-1 right there real quick. Quick little 3-1. And that one that we lost, it was just because we couldn't find any energy. That was a Ditto though, so we easily could have lost it otherwise. Let's collect all of our... We got 3 packs, 1 big pack. Ooh, a nice deck box. Ooh. Another Hariyama and Makuhita, which we don't need. So we'll just get more crafting material. I think this deck slash symbol that they're using for the Mega stuff is like really cool. I like the rainbow kind of gradient. Very nice. Houndstone, Mach, Hari, and Quattro packs. I actually don't need like anything on this in the actual TC in the online, so there's really like very little point in me clicking through here. I'm just gonna go collect all because I kind of have everything I could want. I have another Mega Kangaskhan EX. I think that's like my 4th one. Ooh, Mysterious Garden. Or Mystery Garden, sorry. Full Art Mystery Garden. We got Yveltal with the clutch. Nice. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon cannot retreat. And then for trade value, more. Cool. Because, yeah, like anything that you want to play, you just craft in this game. So it's like you really don't need... The packs are really nice, like the first couple days, because you don't have everything yet. And it's all new. And so the first... I actually feel like I have opened up a fair bit of packs of Mega Evolution because I have opened up like 30, 40 packs just on the game. And you actually get 10 cards in the online now, where before you would only get 5 or 6. But now you get 10. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. Anyone need Miraidon, Koraidon, Shinies? Let me know. I'm going for 2 hours. I had like no good food today, so my head's hurting me. Not really hurting, but you know, drink some water and coffee. It's good enough. But yeah, I kind of have enough to make a couple more videos. I have one other video from Finch and Sparrow that we did last stream that I haven't posted yet, so maybe keep an eye out for that. But I'd actually like to clip up today's, you know, stuff and make a video out of that. You know, A, the box that we opened alone could be a video, and then B, our TCG singles haul. You know, kind of going over everything could be another one. So I feel like I streamed. I'm very thrilled that my internet held out the entire time. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I'd like to do while I'm still here. I could just like take a quick little break and then come back, but I don't really know what I would come back and do is kind of my my big thing. Switch to Home Edition is going to be up in like, I don't know, 12 hours? 12 hours? No. 18. 18. Yeah, 12 plus 6, 18 hours. And we will be in Legend ZA, so we'll probably be back tonight with that, you know, because I'm gonna be playing, and I will be here, so I might as well turn the stream on live. I could see myself playing a little bit of Switch Golf, you know, before ending the stream. Just hang out and chill. I put the mic. Oh, I guess leave the mic right there, actually. I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm just going to go play cards. I don't think you guys want to watch me play cards. Who knows? Who knows what people want to see? Am I still logged into Club Dub? I am. What are people... Oh my gosh, the tables are looking good right now. Looking juicy. I gotta go make some more money so I can go buy some more cards. Gotta make... This guy's playing 6350 over 27,000 hands? I'm sorry, what? 5617? Oh my god, those bro. Gold mine right now. Gold mine. 6350. Okay. I mean, I could chill and hang out and play some poker while you guys, if you want to grab the shinies, then I could just pop back on Violet. Oh my, I'm so excited for ZA. Because, like, Arceus, I played a lot of Legends Arceus, and it was a game that I played during a time of my life when I wasn't, like, super loving life. So, it definitely meant a lot to me to have that as a pick-me-up. It was really, really a bright spot in a dark time, I'll say that. So, having a new Legends game is like seeing an old friend again. It's like seeing an old friend again. It's like, what have you been up to after all this time? Alright, so I think what I will do is I'm going to go take a little breather. I'm going to grab a drink, use the restroom, and I will come back. I'm going to play some cards. If you guys care at all, or want to see, or want to know about poker, you let me know. I can teach you how to make some serious money. It's such a weird thing to even talk about because, like, I've only started doing cards again, / playing poker again this year, and I used to play a lot. But, and I don't say I really studied, but, like, whatever I studied earlier this year, like, really clicked with me. And I've just been doing so good. So I've been doing so good, and it's like, I don't like to brag, but poker is something that I've tried a long time to be good at. A long time. And I'm not saying I'm good by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to what I used to be, I'm so much better, and that makes me very happy. I feel very accomplished for that, and I feel very proud of my progress there. And poker is a global game that if you have an internet connection, you can play it. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick little breather, and I will be RB. Before I do that, I'm going to set aside all these cards. So we have Japanese bulk that I got to go through. Then we've got our Japanese holographics. You know, before I take that break, I'm going to sleeve up all these hollows. All these hollows. Yo, this Sylveon SEO. That's sick. Like, real quick, because like I know we were on that page, but like that's like a $160 card, right? 130. 130. But for me, living in California, plus $13 tax, so we're talking about 145. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually had this card in my cart on eBay because I saw another card from a Japanese seller that I wanted, and I was like, well, let me just see what else they have, and this card was the what else they had. And I never, you know, I like to go through shops, and you know, earlier tonight I purchased like that Magnemite and then the Growlithe, I believe it was. I forget which Growlithe. It was like a something Growlithe, and like I forget if it was like a trainer one or like whatever, but that I did on the spot because it was like a quick little $5 purchase. And, like, I'll spend $5 on Pokemon cards every day of my life. It's fine. Like that's all good. But $100, $200, $300, like those packages, like I think about. You know, I stop and think about. Just made an order a couple days ago, $800 worth of cards, And like that one though, I sat on that one for like 2 days and thought about it. And then I was like, you know what, we're doing it. So in my cart right now I have, I guess I can take it out now. I have the Sylveon, and it was gracious enough to find its way into our home tonight. Because I actually did decide that I would love to get all the evolutions in the SAR variant, because for you can get every single evolution in an SAR for under the cost that it takes to get the Umbreon in an SIR. So just having it in English, insane, and like print quality is not as varied anymore from English to Japanese, in my opinion, after seeing a lot of Scarlet Violet. I really do feel like the English product increased its quality quite a bit in comparison to the Japanese counterpart in the Scarlet Violet block, and going into Mega now. But the price difference though, like Umbreon right now is only $350 in Japanese compared to $1,100-$1,200, like crazy. So then you take that plus this card for $130. Those are the two biggest cards. Go back into the rest of the set. You can get all the other evolutions, 60, 60, 60, basically 60, 50, 40, and then Eevee itself for 30. So we're talking like under 1, 2, 3, it's like 180, 250, like about 350, 400 for all the other ones, about 500 or so with the Sylveon, and you can get every single one of them, Umbreon included, for $900-ish, under 900. And if you want to get every one of them in English, you better just pull a God Pack, bro. You better just pull a God Pack, because they're at least like not the worst price ever right now, but like I don't have any desire whatsoever. Like, to me, this Umbreon is fine. It's fine. It's good. It's great. It's fine. Jeez, dude, I did the freaking thing again with my hand. But it's not worth, it's not worth $1,200. It's not worth $1,100. In English, this card has literally never been a reasonable price. Like, it started off as like an $800 card, and then it's only climbed, and then it got up to like $1,500 or so during like the peak, and then it's dipped a little bit since then. It was down to like $800-900 for a little while, but now near mint, you're up to $1,200, and it's like, I don't think it's worth it, bro. Personally, I think it's a good enough looking card, but not a $1,200 card. Not $1,200. If that card there is worth $1,200, then to me this card here is might as well be worth like $20,000. If that card's worth $1,200, then this card's worth $20,000. That doesn't make any sense to me. That card could be even considered, like, bro. Moonbreon sat at under $200 for literal years, two-ish years. Umbreon VMAX was a sub $200 card. But this thing off the rip is $800 plus, or is $1,000+. Like, just nope. That's me saying nope. No, the Japanese, absolutely. And the whole Japanese kit, like, yes. Yes. Alright, let me just finish up these sleeve-ins, and then we will jump back in. But yeah, $135 card. Bonita. So we actually can complete the rest of the collection for about $400, because I actually have the Umbreon on the way in the mail. Tracking site should be here on Thursday. So that's a really nice surprise to purchase the big one last week, and then to pull the second biggest one today. Alright, we're going to sleeve these last 6-7 cards, take a quick little break, then we're going to come back, and I'm going to play some cards. We're playing TCG. Now we're going to play Big Boy TCG. No team, just G. We're going to play a Big Boy card game. I'll probably play some NL 100, where I will buy in for $100. I might go down in limits and play NL 40, where I buy in for 40, of course. I will not be playing any bigger than that, though. I mean, the odds of me playing 200 are very small. Never say never. But yeah, I don't plan on playing any NL 200. I would have to find a very, very, very bad opponent and I would have to chase them up there. But typically, like, I just went back to the $100 games. I was playing the $20 games for a while, just to kind of rebuild my confidence. And not bankroll, but confidence in bankroll. I was playing kind of bad for a little bit. And I was like, no, I need to, like, refocus on what was making me good in the earlier part of this year. And oh boy, did we refocus. Oh boy, did we refocus. I say that because, like, we've been destroying people. Like, that's why I giggle. Been crushing people. Alright. Wow. Wow. I just dropped so many cards. Sleeves slippery. Ugh. Like the middle chunk just like slipped right out of my hand. Alright. That'll be a good time to start the break. Give me 5 minutes now, because I need 2 minutes just to pick these cards up. Will be RB. You guys have been awesome tonight. Awesome hanging out. Very, very kind. Very kind. Let's toggle full screen mode. Minimize this. The 6350 is still here, huh? The 6350 is still here. Bart takes opening a few packs in the game cools off the enthusiasm, so I don't randomly open some of my steel stuff. Bro, 100%. 100%. I've definitely opened, like, opening the stuff on PTCG Live, and I apologize if that comment's been sitting there for a minute and I missed it. Apologies. But yeah, opening stuff in Live definitely helped me opening weekend not crack the booster box that I have sitting right here. Even though I do have it just to open it. You know, I set it aside and I bought it just to open it. You know, like I bought specifically the ones that I wanted to set aside to leave sealed for, you know, investment or whatever you want to call it, and then to open because I wanted to place, you know, some Mega Evolution deck or whatever. I was like, all right, I'll get a booster box. But then after seeing the pull rates, I was like, oh, maybe I really should just not. So I'm actually kind of glad that I have gone the singles route. And yeah, we do once again, folks, have Miraidon and Koraidon shiny, fully available. I see we got a good handful of people, honestly. So if anyone just wants me to link up, I do use trade code 739. So I could even just search 739 if anyone just wants free shiny Miraidon and Koraidon. Forget GameStop, bro. Forget going to GameStop. What does that say? Pokeport, we're in season what now? Well, news is a plus button, right? Season 35 of ranked battles. Okay. But then what's... Okay, that's a different regulation. This is a different season, huh? Season 35? They've done 35 of these since the game's come out? That's wild. Okay, so eligible Pokemon. Everything, basically, right? No, or other eligible Pokemon, tap to expand. Where's my cursor at? Okay. Okay, so you can play Regulation J or whatever they're saying. No more than 2 of the following special Pokemon may be using your battle team. They can give all the restricted. Jeez! All the Pokemon. Okay, I probably am not going to be playing much VGC, but never say never. Never say never. But yeah, if anyone wants Shiny Miraidon or... I'm sorry, Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, I'm going to be giving you both when you link up with me. The code is 739. These are all here and available to you guys. I made them for the sole purpose of giving them away. So please link up with me. I haven't given away a single one tonight because no one's asked for them. But just do know that we have them here. They are chilling. They are waiting. I'd be happy to link up right now with anyone. Code 739. I'm searching. Here, I'll search code 739 right here. And then I will get back to searching for some bad players out here. He just reloaded. I mean, the seat's just opened up for me. 37, 16, 22. This guy right here, I gotta look out for 22 or 28, 22. He seems pretty good. But we're gonna buy in and try to take out this guy, Winner 88. He is our target. Winner 88 is our target. Here, I'll move the table. So we are currently searching. If anyone wants to search, you let me know. I'd be happy to give you guys free Miraidon and Koraidon. Code is 739. Code is 739. I'll just play one table for now. Let's play one table for now. But link up with me. Code is 739. Another player's at 3222, huh? Ugh. Oh, okay, never mind. The good player left, actually. They might have been the best player at the table, too, honestly. Now, we're probably the best player at the table. It's just, like, basing it off of everyone's stats. Like, this guy's terrible. This guy's, like, close, but a little more passive than we are. This guy is a little too loose. This guy is way too loose. Also way too loose / passive. Alright, I'll search code 739 one more time, and then you guys can let me know if you want me to search it, and I will, of course, again at any point in time. Alright, player X calls us out of the small blind. Probably pretty weak hand. We don't really flop anything, but we are going to keep betting at it. You know, we don't even have a backdoor flush draw, but we do have a gut shot. We do have an overcard. So like any 5 gives us a straight, any king gives us top pair. Alright, 10 and 5 of 2 different suits. No bueno. No bueno. Welcome anyone, by the way, who's just chilling and dropping in. You know, we just opened up some TCG stuff. We did a box of Terrestrial Festival. We went through some mail Pokemon that we... not mail Pokemon, some mail day cards that we got. And then we also went through some singles from a local shop as well. And then we... oh yeah, then we did the drawing too, to start off the stream to see who was going to win the cards. Who's going to win the cards? Alright, Ace Queen suited. Very good, very strong. I have to go $5 straight up. $5 straight up under the gun. Alright, the poster calls could have literally any two cards. Probably doesn't have like the stronger range of any 2 cards, or else I would have re-raised. They call as well. Another weaker player. They fold, surprising. Alright, we gotta go with it, man. They both got sub $50 and the pot has got 18 in it. So we're just going to click. I think like 8 is fine. 8 into 18 is cool. I'm just trying to get value from like some really weak nonsense garbage type hands. Spade on the turn is like so good for us, dude. Like, what's the worst card in this river? Like the 10 of... dude, my hand keeps doing that. That's fine. I'm just gonna shove though. I'm gonna shove. He folds. We can shove there. We're shoving just to get value from Queen X. Max value. If he does have a hand like 8-7, you know, we do want to get all the money. We don't want to just like bet and then have him miss the river and then fold. Or miss the river and then fold. So I think shoving there is actually pretty solid. And who knows, he might even just call us with like a 9. You know, so people are just that bad, they might just call it a 9. So I think shoving there is actually pretty good. Ace King versus Ace King. And the 9-deuce suited would have had a boat. That's funny. Alright, so once again, folks, we are trading away Shiny Koraidon and Miraidon 100% for free. If you'd like to search code 739, we are searching code 739 right now, actually. Searching code 739 right now. I'm gonna figure this out before I move my camera one more time, bro. I'm gonna figure out in the AI how I can, or in my software, here, we'll do this together. How can I turn off my gesture controls? Because it keeps picking up, because whenever I do this, it picks that up, and like, it turns on AI tracking. Link, I think it's this one, right? The third one. Oh, let me check real quick. Okay, cool. No. Can you turn it off though? Why can't I turn you off? Okay, from here. Okay, so it's not moving, right? I wouldn't mind the tracking, it's just my green screen is in a specific location, so like, you know. Alright, real quick, I need him to fold. Ah, I would have loved to raise this on the button. Whatever. But like, I want to turn it off permanently though. Jack 7 offsuit, we'll just fold that from the cutoff. Well, at the very least, I can move it back, you know, like this. And then turn it off. But, like, I want to turn off the... There is a way to turn off is gesture controls. See, I talk with my hands a lot, so, like, you're really screwing me over here. You're screwing me over here. Effects. Oh, okay. More. Gesture! Thank you! Now I can do this, right? Cool. Jesus, bro. Because I do this with my hands a lot, and every time I do that, it picks up the palm, and like when you do this, that's like how it turns it on. Annoying. Alright, no one could be found because no one is searching for me, guys. If anyone wants free shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, giving them away right now, please search me up. Link with me. And I will give you free shiny legendary Pokemon. You don't even gotta go to GameStop. You can just like sit right here, right now. Let me go down. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cruising. Battlefield 6? If Battlefield 6 didn't come out the same week that ZA came out, I would have bought Battlefield 6. But, like, I got Fortnite that I'm already neglecting, you know, and while I love the Battlefield franchise, I just, oh my god, Queen 10 suited, but from under the gun! What do we got? We have 24-14, 30-16, I don't want to. It's fine. Because we've played, every hand we've played, we've gotten action. And this guy is not my guy, dude. I'm actually leaving this table, okay? That dude is, he just hasn't called a single hand. I need him to play more hands, and he's not playing as much as I'd like him to. So I'm gonna go 26, 44, 27. This guy is my target right here, but I need a better seat in relation to him. 52.10, that's my bread and butter. 67, but they've only got $42. 44.14. Out of position. That's fine. We'll take it. Okay, hold on a second. We want to line this up though. He'll be in the dealer position next hand to him, so he goes 1, 2. So one more hand and we can sit down. One more hand and we can sit down. All right, code is 739, folks. Code is 739. Search me out. Search me out. I think I'm TCG'd out for today. I've held a lot of cards and my hands are hurting because I hold them up to the camera. All right, buy in. Full hundo stack. Let's do what we can. The full hundo stack. And I guess, you know, we're just going to do poker lessons until then. We played TCG too. We played 4 games in the TCG. Really, we only played the 1 because the first 3 all went so quickly that it was like, you know, there wasn't a heck of a lot of playing. You know, but you still get to see the starting hand and you think up a little bit. And even that 4th game that we played, like, still didn't really go very far. Our opponent kind of, like, self-destructed, and then... Oh, well, I guess Electrode's always been in the game. Electrode has been in the game, but that's been a charge-up Pokemon. See, our opponent self-destructed to charge themselves up. That's not what I was talking about. Although, that is kind of similar for the prize race. Ugh, King 6 offsuit, but we're getting 11.5 to 1 on our money. Okay, because of this guy. Because this guy's, like, so passive, we can actually call. Yeah, because he's going to raise literally so infrequently, like, sub 10% of the time. Will he actually put more money in the pot there? But yeah, we're giving away free shiny Miraidon on Koraidon. We've already opened up a ton of packs. Well, we've opened up 10 packs, so we opened up a booster box of Japanese Terrestrial Festival. You can either click back or wait till I make a video of that if you want to see the results. And then we've got our singles for the day, too. Same thing. We will make a video about all the singles that we got and talked about. Excuse me, excuse me. If I put that there, that's going to potentially break that. Okay, so I don't put this all the way back there so they don't fall on the floor. King 9 offsuit, we're going to muck. We're going to Grimer. It's actually funny that muck is a term in poker. It means to fold, to let go of your cards. But it is not spelled the same. We, of course, spell it with a C, M-U-C-K. M-U-C-K. To muck your cards, but it's funny because now I'm in the Pokemon stream and I'm like, oh yeah, that is a Pokemon, is it not? Could be a good way to change it up a little bit. To Grimer your card. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess they've gotten their Alolan variant, but it's like, bro, Muck / Grimer could definitely go for an evolution at this point. Like, I could totally see, like, a bigger, sludgier pile of garbage. Same thing with Coughing and Arbok. Oh, wait, does Arbok have a Mega? Still. Alright, we're going to overcall here with a Jack 10 offsuit. Just like, I don't really want to isolate, because if I do, it's going to have to be, like, to a huge number. And we have position, you know, and we're getting a great price. So, for all those reasons, we are going to call. If anyone, by the way, wants Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, because I see people jumping in and out, like, or at least I see the numbers going up and down, so I assume that's what that means. But Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon is what we're giving away right now, so please consider searching code 739 in Scarlet Violet, and you will link up with us, and I will give you both Pokemon. So stay, because I'll give you both, so don't just leave after the first trade. because I will give you both. I mean, I kind of want to overbet this turn low key, but we have 2 shorter stacks, but the pot's really small. $7. I could go like 15. I just fold. I just fold to aggression. He goes 3. I can call the 3. But I can call the 3. Because we have a 9. Well, 3 of the 9s, or we have a 10 or a jack for additional pairs. El Jefe? Damn, bro. This dude might have 10-9. Should I pay? I kind of want to pay the 20 cents to see his 10-9. I really think he's got the 10-9 specifically. Exactly 10-9, nothing else. Voodoo Jester. Oh, I have to pay 50 cents? Ugh. I don't want to pay 50 cents. Sorry. I forgot I wasn't playing NL 20/10 anymore. Because that would have only cost me 20 cents to see. And I would have paid 20 cents to see. Happily. Alright, this guy here is 44.27. Oh, it's kind of aggressive. I could ISO here. I have to worry about this guy, or I could just let it go. And reload. 1 second. My goal is to play better situations, so I'm going to try to avoid mediocre spots. And the only reason why I'm playing poker on stream right now, guys, in case anyone's like, what the heck is this guy doing? This Pokemon stuff, is like, I've already done a lot of Pokemon stuff, and I was going to kind of end stream, but I realized that if I end stream, all I'm going to do is just like go do this, still sitting right in the exact same spot, so like, might as well just do this, you know? And I can leave the trades open, so if someone does link up, and someone does pop in and they want Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, all they have to do is search code 739, and I'll just be randomly searching like right now, you know? And if you want to type in the chat at any point to tell me to search, I will happily search, and I will give you both Pokemon. So I'll just stay live, you know, even though I'm kind of like Pokemon'd out, you know, like I've been talking about Pokemon for about 2.5 hours straight. And I feel like I'm good. I've gotten like everything off my chest that I want to. That's like why I make content, honestly, is because I live on planet Earth with all of you, and a lot of stuff happens, and then when things happen, it causes thoughts. And I like to regurgitate those thoughts to at least somebody, and if I don't have any of my friends to talk to, I'm going to you guys. I'm going to you guys, and we're going to talk Pokemon. So, and I honestly do like just doing this because it is actually rather therapeutic and fun to just, you know, be in the moment. Be in the moment. That's like the best way to put it. Fun to meet new people as well. And share the things that you love about life. Sharing that in which you love. Alright. El Jefe busted. 60-70 busted. Damn, bro. I needed him to stay in. He's like a really weak player. And this guy's another really weak player. Oh, he was. Never mind. Alright, this table's no good anymore either. I'm going to stay until it gets back to me. King 4 offsuit. Nope. This is basically like what I do when I'm not doing Pokemon or Fortnite. I could play some Fortnite. I forgot about Fortnite. I could play some Fortnite. It's let me do a quick little internet speed test just to see how we're looking. Trainer Toolkit 2025. So random, but I just saw my the place I was looking at that item last, and that's something that I really am excited to get. Also, I guess we didn't talk about this earlier. Pre-release for Phantasmal Flames is gonna be coming out in like 2 weeks, and I think I'm gonna try to go to my first pre-release event and play some TCG. I considered raising the Queen High, but it was a little sus. Plus, I'm trying to leave the stable. I'm trying to like I'm not trying to develop further dynamics with any of these players. I'm trying to just like bounce. In fact, I can search for my new table while we are leaving this one. Well, maybe this one, because all the other ones are higher stakes. We could also drop down lower, and I could play like just a ton. Oh, same table, right? Player X. I actually don't mind that. Let's see what's going on with the 40 games. I kind of forgot about that open seat. Ooh, very limited right now. 7 deuce, we outie. We outie. These games are probably going to be like incredibly soft. Like full of fish, and you're not going to even need the table select. Like I bet every one of these tables is playable. Alright, 38-18, 48-29, 46-14, all very bad and very easy to take advantage of. 22-5. Jeez, bro. Ooh, what do we got here? 32-21, 26. Huh. Okay, there. I'm like, where's the big 76-19? Right there across the table. Very hard to take advantage of. 19-11, 31-21, 62-37 is interesting. I don't know what we could do with that. 56-18 plus that. Okay, cool. We'll take this seat. At a 40 table. 2 J's off the rip. I'll take it. 2 J's off the rippity. 57-32, 48-29, and 38-19 are all very... What? Okay, well, I guess we're in, bro. First hand. All in for 40 bucks. This guy's snap shoved, bro. He's got a 62%, 37. We're all in 3 ways. King, king, ace 9. All good. Yeah, it felt very strong. It felt very strong, but like, what are you gonna do? Not folding jack first hand in, bro. Ever. Like, not in a million years. Especially against a 62% player who raises 37% of the time. I'm just glad that hand happened at 40 and not 100. As soon as we move down. Take it. Man, we didn't lose a full stack. We lost like 80% of a stack. And we're also still searching for Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon if you guys want to search code 739. Code is 739. I'm actually searching on Scarlet right now. Searching right now, so please link up if you would like to, to get both Pokemon for free. Alright, I feel like I gotta sit at this table now. There's enough bad players. Which one do I want to be out of position to? They all seem annoying. We'll take this seat. Does want the shinies, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna keep playing some CADs. 76-19, huh? Give me that. Give me that, por favor. But yeah, my Switch screen is right there, so if anyone wants to link up, please let me know. Just type in the chat. You gotta type in chat, let me know. And I'll happily link up with you, but I'm gonna stop searching randomly. Because now I got 3 tables going. And we are going to try to make back our $20, $30 that we just lost. Jack Queen versus King 10. Very aggressive. 10-7, getting great odds, we will call. Although it's like obviously a very, very mediocre situation. I don't really want to lead here. Ace-X is more likely to be on the button here. They like snap check back, then maybe I can bet the turn, but it's like whatever. It's like a very mediocre spot. Not gonna lose much sleep over it. 10 Jack, big cards right there. So next time I'm gonna go to him, to him, to him, to then around to me. Okay, cool. Definitely not the turn card what we would bet. You'd want to bet like a 5, a 3, an 8, a 9, yeah. All the cards that give you additional odds to pick up. That moves from there to there. I gotta wait 2 more hands. Jeez, what a scam. What a scam. Free shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, guys. I guess everyone got them by now, you know? But yeah, I'm excited for the... In addition to the Trainer Toolkit 2025 coming out in a couple of weeks, to try to get, you know, back into this game physically, they do... Oh my god, how did this table get so bad so quickly? They also have the... Oh, because that guy got stacked and then that guy left with all the money. What a jerk. And then there's those 2 new decks coming out with like the IRs in English. You know, I don't know about them in Japanese. But the Gengar, I guess... Sorry. It's like a Diancie with a Haunter EX. Or sorry, Haunter IR. And there's another deck coming out. I forget. But like with an IR as well. And like I haven't seen, I think I've seen that in the past, but I haven't seen that in like the Sword and Shield block where they would do like these pre-built like League battle decks, but then give you like a really nice card in there. Like a card that kind of makes it like worth buying the whole thing. I'm gonna just go for 3x here and leave the table after the hand. Alright. They call Queen Queen 6. Good board to bet because it's hard to hit, you know? Like, what could they really have? Like spades, maybe 6x, maybe a queen. You know, and aside from that, excuse me, like that's like the big obvious stuff. You know, what only thing they could have is like middle pairs and such. Like they did think for a while, which is like kind of concerning, but we're still gonna bet because we have backdoor, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, overcards, like a lot of reasons to bet there. 120, we're on the button. I'm gonna fold. 76 VPIP on the 2 to our right, huge. Oh my god, 57 to our direct right is just insane. To our left too is like pretty big, right? 48, 29, huge, huge. All right, open this, open that. We are trading in Scarlet and Violet, folks. I know I'm a broken record for those of you who are still chilling. Code 739. You know, link up with me if you want the shiny legendary Pokemon that Game Freak and GameStop are like dangling in front of you. Like, come on down to our stores. You gotta come in here and get them. Fight the crowds. Fight everybody else. I don't play those games. Like, I don't wait in line for anything. Like, really, ever. Like, I hate... Like, I just won't buy your product. I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm gonna just get it for it. It's like, no, I just won't participate. Like, if I have to wait in line for Pokemon cards, I'm not buying Pokemon cards. If I have to wait in line for your food, I'm probably not buying your food. Like, it depends on how long the line is. Dude, he goes 5%. We got this guy in position. That's fine. That's fine. He decides to just leave and fold. Excuse me. I want to see what he does. He snap checks back. We just don't beat ace high and we can't get ace high to fold. Right? I mean, dude, is he really going to call 2 huge bets with ace high? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm too weak to figure it out. You know, let's figure it out this way. I'm going to overbet. $7. With my king. He snap called. Wow, with ace king. Jeez. Okay. That's what I get. Value owned. I was like, really? Like, you have that? They have that. When he snap called, I legit thought that he just, like, had random ace high. I'm like, oh, I just, like, got value, huh? He did not get value. That's okay. Value owned myself. We'll try to hit a set here and make it all back. 3x with the Queen 10 offsuit, I think it's fine. Well, we missed that flop. And this one we kind of connect with. So we're going to bet small-ish and then just like kind of proceed with life. Not even really caution because what's going to happen, you know? What are they going to do? Raise massive? Like that's the only thing that we're really like afraid of. And then they just fold. Dropping in tonight, really appreciate that. If you would like the shiny Pokemon, just let me know. If not, we're just going to keep playing some cards. Then I probably am going to end, go get some food, and call it a night. Not too long. But I would have just done exactly this as soon as the stream ended, so forget it. I'll do it with you guys chilling too. For anyone who wants to chill and hear me talk about random Pokemon things and play some cards. I'm gonna fold the... Actually, we can call him the button. This guy's a very aggressive player. I didn't quite realize. Didn't quite realize how many hands they play. We get pretty lucky. We flop top and bottom pair. Dangerous board though. We could still be very easily beat. Calling feels like sus, so we're gonna actually make it a little more. Yeah, calling feels sus. It's like you don't want to let someone in for that prize. Dude, get out of here. You just snap, shove, fine, whatever, dude. I feel like I'm not even good right now. Dude, King Ace. We're getting destroyed on variance, bro. Getting absolutely destroyed on variance. I flop 2 pair, he flops a better 2 pair. I get jacks, the other dude gets kings. Like, okay. Okay. Oh, then that last hand, I get top pair on the river, the other guy gets a better top pair. I'm really glad all these hands started to happen as soon as I moved down. But geez, I'm getting hammered. I guess the bright side there is the guy did not have a full stack to make the decision difficult. His flop bet was rather good. I was definitely thinking that he was betting with like an ace-queen, ace-jack type hand. Not a king-king, ace-king, ace-ace type hand. 7-jack is worth a bet, I would say. Like a little 60% is kind of perfect. We're just trying to win the pot, like straight away. If we don't, then we can improve on the turn some of the time. We can also just have the best hand some of the time too. If I bet, I'm probably only getting called by the king at that point. Okay. Interesting spot. I'm gonna go for like a pretty big bet, trying to get value from a weaker 7. Which is a little ridiculous, but I am inherently a little ridiculous when it comes to playing cards. Just always been my particular strategy, is to not really do what is traditional, but just to do what I think is best in the moment. And sometimes that ends up being the traditional play, but sometimes it ends up being a very wonky line that just looks very weird, and as a result, that alone gets me called very often. Which is why I tend to do that with my more medium to strong hands. Boom. Giving it away, huh? You're just giving my money away. But yeah, we took a... Did we take a nap earlier? When did we take Zoe out last? 7 o'clock, I want to say. Yeah, around 7. So we're okay for now. Out of position is rough. In position is great, but we're gonna go see this like 4 or 5 ways, so I don't want to be out of position to all those players. Wow, and then one guy comes back over the top. Ace-6 offsuit. Can call. Raising is a little ambitious, but we do have the button. It is a limped pot. We do have an ace. It's pretty much like the single worst ace you can possibly have, like, is an offsuit 6. Like, you would literally want to have any other card. Because, like, a 7 is higher than a 6, an 8 is higher than that. The deuce, 3, 4 are connected in terms of you can hit it straight with them. I'm actually not going to give any more action. Like, this is a fine spot to just try to play post-flop in position for a very small pot, but once someone wants to raise, I'm like, I'm good. I'm done. I'm out. I'm good. 21-14 over 38,000 hands. We are playing tight. I guess you could say passive would be the appropriate way to label my playstyle, going off of my stats alone. But if you look at the amount of money I put in after the flop, it's certainly not passive. I think 4x is good here. I actually think we could probably leave this table. I actually think we can leave all these tables. I don't even care that we started off the session bad and just like it got worse. Like I'll make it all back in one hand at 100, probably tomorrow / later today. I am pretty tired though, so I think we're gonna wind up. Excuse me, and sorry, terribly sorry about that. We're gonna wind down. What I meant to say. I could continuation bet here, but we're not going to. Ace high, extremely connected board, which favors both my opponents. 8 on the river would just be like, Excuse me. 280 though to try to hit an 8 or an ace. I'm gonna say no, thank you. But yeah, tonight's been great, man. It's been a lot of fun. If anyone wants Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon prior to me signing off, which will probably be in about 5 minutes, then please link up now. But if not, all good. We will just save them for next time. And then tomorrow, I forgot, when we come back tomorrow, we'll be playing ZA. We got it locked, loaded, ready to go on the home screen. I like physical copies of things. Like, I actually own every Pokemon main series game in a physical copy, except for Gen 9 and onward. So, like, I have, you know, Sword, Shield, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun, Moon, you know, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, like, all the remakes. So, like, got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Fire Red, Leaf Green. Like, I have one copy of every one of them. They're actually, are they? Oh, that's my headphones. Where's my games? My games are, like, right down here. Doesn't matter. You guys believe me. All the way down to the Game Boy games. Like, I have original copies of Red, Blue, Yellow, you know, Silver, Crystal, Gold, all of it. I actually still, of those two of these games in my collection, Silver and Sapphire are my original copies from when I was a kid. Of course, Silver does not have my original save file because the battery died, but Sapphire does have my original save file and a couple of my original Pokemon. Shout out to my Blaziken. And that is my collection of the physical games. But because I was lazy and I just didn't want to get the physical copy, like when Scarlet Violet was coming out, I just went DLC for that, or download, whatever you want to call it, downloadable for it. And as a result, I actually heard that it ends up running quicker on the download version. So I thought that was like a little like unfortunate because I do like the physical, but I think that we're going to continue probably going with the downloadable just like because of that. Like I do like it running a little bit better, and I will go for performance kind of over anything at that point. And if I want to collect it at some point, I can still just collect it, you know, like I don't have to, I can just leave it sealed even, you know, I can have a sealed copy of the game, which is like even cooler than having a played copy. Cause like, oh, you never played it? It's like, nope, I played it plenty. And, you know, looking at, I'd have to get sealed copies of these games for those, but, yeah, I have over 2,000 hours in Pokemon Violet, and I have almost 500 hours in Scarlet, and if you combine the two, I have over 2,500 hours in the two. So I definitely would say I played these games. And let's see, Legends, probably like 200 or 300 if I had to guess. I played DK Bonanza for 4 hours. It's a lot. It's a lot. Legends is 225. Yeah, like I did play that game a fair bit. Like I would boot it up and just chill in there. I'd go just hang out. I'd just hang out because I really loved being in that game. I'm kind of surprised I played Tears of the Kingdom for 75 or more hours. Actually, yeah, we did go in the underground a lot. Let's go Pikachu. I only played for 20 hours. I feel like I played that one for more. Sword for 55. I feel like I played that one for less, honestly. Breath of the Wild for 380. I feel like I played that one more than 380, low key. Um, what was my Smash? I feel like Smash would be, yeah, Smash is a big one too. But yeah, Violet was the big one. We played the thing for over 2K hours. And so the reason why I'm kind of going into this right here, we're like ready for ZA, looking at like Legends, old previous Legends was 225. If the battling and such is as good as I hope it is, then we are going to exceed that easily. Easily are going to exceed that. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. I mean, how much more perfect could it be? I'm A, and then I got my little Z right here, So we got ZA ready to roll, and I'm very excited. So we will come back tomorrow, today, really, today, and I'm going to have the game. I'm going to check my internet, and I'm going to stream as soon as I possibly can. I'll put it that way. And then throughout the day today, I will brainstorm some ideas for our next giveaway. I'm thinking Mega Evolution ETB. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's like, $100. Okay, it's a lot. I can afford to give y'all something nice like that. And that's a good product. And I would love to keep it sealed too. I'd love to keep it sealed, but if I do that, then I think I could do sealed for United States winners. But if you are a overseas winner, then either you can pay for the shipping for me to keep it sealed, or I can break it down and then send it that way. And I will, of course, I like to do, I'll contribute $20 to shipping costs. So it costs me like about $20 to ship something in the United States, especially a box of that size, maybe less. But so when I ship out of country, though, it costs a lot of money. So I do try to restrict it because sometimes you're spending 60, 70, $80, and that is like, it's a little ridiculous, It's a little ridiculous. I'd rather, instead of sending someone like $50 to $100 worth of Pokemon cards and then spending $80 on the shipping, or $60 even on the shipping, I would rather take, say, call that like $150 worth of, product. I'd rather like go on eBay and find someone who's selling stuff in their country and just buy from them and then have them ship it to them and like have it be, and then they get more value, like, cause I don't want to burn the $60 on nothing, I want them to get the value from it. I don't care about the money spending it. I care about where it goes. So that's the big thing. So that's why for international shipping, I will put up $20, but if an overseas person wins who's like really far away, some Asian countries, Africa, Australia, at times can be pretty expensive to ship to. Middle East, super expensive to ship to. You have to put up the rest yourself. But we will do another giveaway. I'm gonna think about that, and then we'll be back tonight for more for more Pokemon for Legend ZA Day 1. Day 1 Legend ZA. I'm really, really excited. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone who dropped in so much. Thank you Pokemon Father and Son for being here for a while. Thank you for Christina for being here earlier. Thank you for Bartek for being here earlier. Thanks for the Viltrum. And hold on, I'm scrolling back up. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. Really, excuse me. Really love you all. Appreciate you all. And I will see you soon for some ZA. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye. Christina said, no problem, honored to be here. Thanks for staying to the end too. Didn't even know you were still here. So thank you so much, Christina. I really appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. But yeah, the Discord, our Discord, excuse me, link is in the description if you'd like to stay connected with us that way. And otherwise just, sub, notify, all that good stuff. And we'll see you either on the next video or on the next stream. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And you have a great rest of your night. And bye-bye. Bye-bye to everybody.